And the deck you all voted for was Trevenant. Ah, there we go. So the deck you all voted for today was Trevenant. That is what we're playing. Dudong was in second, so I'll try to play Crustal on Thursday and maybe Dudong Saturday. Dudong is not great, so it's gonna be, I have to mentally prepare myself. So if you didn't see the new rulings in the new handbook ruling stuff today, they just sort of clarified a couple of things about card reprints and legality and stuff like that. And, when do cards become legal? Because there's the whole hoopla with Ascended Heroes and they screwed up everything. Well, I think I can beat Frostlass with Crustal. You just need to prioritize your monkeys. You just need to spank as many monkeys as possible. You're taking a knockout every single turn. So I think I can win. I think I can do it. I think I'm a fart smeller. But yeah, it's just more clarification, more rulings on, how different is, cards and reprints and stuff. So they just sort of clarify that. But the big change that I think is really good is they made a clarification. If it's a best of one, if you're doing a best of one in single elimination top cut matches, the higher seeded player chooses going first or second in game one. I think that is really smart. I think that is really, really smart, and I'm glad they did something like that because it adds an extra layer of, do better, get rewarded. So it's like, instead of just, you face someone with a worse record, but it doesn't mean you have a better matchup. It means you get to choose. Would you rather go first or second in game one? Is your deck better suited? So I really like them rewarding you. Yeah, seeding actually matters now. So I really like that now you're rewarded for doing better earlier on in the tournament. And it's just nice. It's just so nice that they're doing that. I wish, PDCGL did something like that, but that would require the game to have tournaments, and that'll never happen. Could you imagine? All right, so we're just playing Trevenant today. I have a couple wacky lists. And Chuva, yeah, you get to see them you see them grippers live. So I have some wacky lists. I tried Alakazam. It didn't go well. I think I played 3 or 4 test games with just Trevenant. I didn't get the telepathic once. So we'll start out with a Cramorant build. Just hope you start telepathic. If you start telepathic, congratulations, you've won the game. How do you win? You start telepathic. That's it. How do you win with this deck? You just start telepathic and that's it. I think if you start the telepathic energy, your chances of winning just like skyrocket. Like you probably go from like 50-50 to like 90%. And hey, it's not my fault you didn't vote. I was ready to play Dudong if that won the vote on Twitter, but people didn't vote. This is a democracy. You gotta vote. I let all of you decide what I'm playing today. It's not my fault that Trevenant won. And, well, okay, remember what I just said? Well, I take that back. Oh, great. Okay, so I was... okay, all right. This is nightmare. This is nightmare territory. I don't know if that actually would have been busted because Gardevoir got a bunch of cards that people thought were going to be good and then they didn't end up going good. Yeah, no, I meant you also need to start one of your 4 Phantom. You play 4 telepathic, you play a bunch of cards. I do have Postwick, so I can Colress for Postwick and a telepathic, but I do kind of need, one of them good cards. And I think this is like the worst possible matchup I could have asked for here. So that's cool. Okay, this isn't exactly how you draw it up, but I mean, we'll take it. Again, you don't normally want to have to attach your telepathic to your Latias, but Latias can attack at some point. I don't really have anything going on. They're not playing a Frostlass build, so that's nice. I think in this situation, yeah, I just get double Phantom and sacrifice the Shaman. Oh, seriously? Okay, there we go. It's like, seriously, we're doing this again, PDCGL? We're doing this again? All right, so it's a Dust Noir build. Unfortunately, I do not have what I need right now. The Shaman is good, but I'll sacrifice the Shaman because I don't have a playable hand. You know, sometimes those are good things. I guess they'll go for Crispin. Yeah, it's either going to be Crispin or Lilies. I guess Lilies makes a lot more sense because they could potentially almost win the game this turn. If they're going for the tripler. Okay. So that's really smart. I guess I do need the Shaman for this matchup. Yeah, there's a Dusclops. It's the Dust Noir that we have to be worried about. And you love the look of this Latias deck? Yeah, this Latias deck is great. I just don't know if I want to attach the second. There's Nebula Beam. It's just a question. Do I want to attach the second telepathic to Latias just to get a Phantom? There's another poster. Well, we're having so much fun today, aren't we? We're having tons of fun. And the game isn't even working properly. And the game is not working. Yeah, but that would require us to have a Dust Noir. That's the issue here is I don't have what I need. Okay, so then I have to, I think, go and get the Phantom. So we have to go get the Phantom. I have to retreat into the Phantom. Hope that this is great. So this is a great quick loss here. Oh, wow. Okay. So we're starting off with horrible matchup. No playable cards. You know, this is great. Hopefully they just absolutely destroy my face here. You know, there's nowhere to go but up, right? Nowhere to go but up. And if they get a Dusclops, they can skip my Cramorant turn. Not that it matters, because Cramorant's doing barely anything at this point. Cramorant is spitting some Fickle Matter, and it's not even going to go well. Well, you should change your username then. Oh, and there's we might have to restart. So I might actually win this game because PDCGL is broken. Because we're experiencing issues. It is kind of insane to me that they still haven't issued any sort of statement regarding how PDCGL is not in a workable state right now. They haven't said anything on Twitter. There's nothing on the forums. We're 12 days into the new format, and they haven't said anything about the fact that the game is not working. Like, I have selected my prize card, and the game is not working. So I have to restart. Game of the year. Game of the freaking year. So they're here. They're going to Jetting Blow me. Well, if I can get a playable card, we can play the game. Found the nerd. Found the nerd talking about One Piece. All right, yeah. I don't really know if there's much I can do against Starmie. It's just kind of, yeah. So I keep getting the error message in the bottom left. So we'll just restart. We were going to lose this game anyway. I have to restart anyway. All right, so we'll count that one as a loss just to put it on the board, right? We'll put it on the board as a loss. I'm going to guess we're 1506 or something. Yeah, that is one of the issues, is that you play 4 Postwick, you play 4 Choice Band. I enjoy getting jet blown by Starmie. I enjoy blowing other people. FM Boss? No, it's not bad today. It's been bad for the past 2, 3, 4 weeks, but really bad since Perfect Order came out. So it's just, they clearly don't know what they're doing. Don't forget, it was a long weekend. That is the other thing. So they weren't there on Friday. They weren't there on Monday. So they just gave us a client that doesn't work and then pieced out. Because PDCGL is a well-made game, isn't it? You know, isn't it so much fun? I've already lost the game due to glitches. Yeah, today of all... Well, that's the thing. If you go back, like 3 years, 2-3 years, this was just par for the course. Oh, this is great. This was just PDCGL. If they went more than a week without maintenance, the game would break. Matchmaking would break. Like, the disconnects are worse. But back 2, 3 years ago, it was they couldn't go more than a week without maintenance, or else the game would just stop working entirely. So it's 4 years old, 4-year old game doesn't work. Okay, so this is not the best start. I mean, we have Hops Bag, we have Hassle, we have Choice Band. It's not necessarily. Oh, it's the Rule Edge. Ooh, that's interesting. So I think we lose now. I think Cerule Edge is just an auto loss matchup here because, yeah, I think this is an auto loss, right? I knew this was gonna happen. I knew we weren't gonna face any. I knew we weren't gonna face any Dragapult. We're not gonna face any Lucario. Yeah, you just have to exit the game and come back. Okay. If I flip heads, I think we win this game. I think that's the only way we win this game is if I just keep flipping heads. I can't put the Zacian down. I can't put the Latinas down. I think it's just go for Snorlax, go for Phantump, attach the Choice Band, and kind of hope here. I'll save the Pokepad, and then we just go Splashing Dodge. If I flip heads, I think we win the game. Right? I think if I just flip heads, the game is over and they can't do anything. So, of course, we flip tails, and this is going to be that kind of stream. But with Hassle getting me any 3 cards from the top 8, all I have to do is just flip heads at some point, right? If I can just flip heads a couple times this game, will be totally okay. And coin flip counter, I don't think this is a coin flip counter situation simply because we're not going to be flipping too many coins, hopefully. But I think the only way you can win this Cerule Edge matchup is if you flip heads, right? Right. I think what you have to do is you have to let them take a knockout with Cerule Edge, hit them with a Trevenant, take the knockout with a. No, there's really no way you can win. Right? There's realistically no way you can win this matchup unless you can force them to put Fezandipity or Meowth into. They have a Night Stretcher. That's really good. Yeah, you can't really win this matchup unless you do the thing. And Sonny, what now all of a sudden you're a Twitch partner and you're being very mean to me? You need to start Zacian in this matchup? Oh, right, to knock out the Solrock, but we didn't have the knockout even with the Solrock, so I think that's another big issue here. All right, if I can Splashing Dodge the Solrock and flip it, okay, we don't like that. I think I should Pokepad for just another Phantump, I guess. Because there's so many things we can get here to allow me to attack, and we got all of them, except for half of the things we actually needed. All right, so there's Choice Band. Oh god, do I have to go for an Ultra Ball here? This is such a feels bad. All right, so Phantump down, Choice Band there, Mist Energy, I guess, there. Yeah, this is just absolute horrible. This is just, if I can flip heads though. Hey, all right, as long as they don't have Gust cards, we're going to win this game. If they can't find bosses, we are going to win this game. I do wish this was any other matchup. We got the Trevenant, which isn't great, but I can use Corner. So the problem with Hops Trevenant is that you want your opponent to take knockouts every single turn, but in this matchup where you can't take one-shots, that's really bad. And if you're wondering, oh, like, why don't you play Black Belt's Training or something? I would only do 260. I would only do 260 with Black Belt's Training. So that's not really a solution. It's just hope they don't have bosses and keep trying to do the thing. But all I have to do is hit into them once with a Phantump, and then I can take the knockout with Trevenant. So as awkward as this matchup is, we do stand a chancey. Was it better to put the choice band on the one on the bench? Probably. It's tough to tell. Like I'm just getting nothing. The first game was against Starmie. That was a nightmare. We got nothing at all. Feels like I'm getting nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. No, you don't need to play Wondrous Patch because this attacks for free. So you can't attack with Clefairy. There is Spice with Clefairy. Did they get the disconnect glitch? Or are they reading? Oh, they're playing Naveen. Well, there goes your entire hand. Yeah, no base. It's just 4 telepathic, 4 mist energy. That's it. So remember, Naveen is still broken. They have not issued a fix for this. Of course, they release a set and then they peace out for a long weekend. That's their MO. Remember Pokemon Go? Remember that fiasco? And now I'm getting the disconnect glitch. Oh my God. Like, am I just going to have to stop playing PDCGL for like a week until they fix the issues? Because this is going to be the second game in a row where I've run into disconnecting issues. And as I've said, every single time this pops up, you can see it in the bottom left again. The chat's kind of in the way. Right, you can, you'll probably see it pop. So look, keep looking in the bottom left. It'll show up at some point. But I'm not dropping any frames. So that's how you can tell that it's not my internet, that it's PDCGL. It has nothing to do with my internet. There you go. There it was. See? There it was. I told you. It has nothing to do with my internet. It is 100% PDCGL every single time. It's such a well-made game. Well, I mean, hey, PC. PC is usually worse than mobile because mobile, they don't add anything to it. They don't add anything to the mobile build. It's pretty much been the same thing since day one. And well, it's, different times a day, different issues, because sometimes it's fine, right? Because if I restart 5 or 6 times or 6 or 7 times, I might be okay. Yeah, but oh man, thank goodness Zygarde has a cool effect. Yeah, I just have to restart again. I'm not going to count. I mean, that one technically is a loss. Technically, I guess that's a loss because it will count in the loss category. So we, Gizmo, you can check out my preview video about Chaos Rising. I haven't, I've kind of taken a break because obviously, I'm focusing on Perfect Order. I'll get all my preview videos up in early May. Oh, I dropped a lot. Seaman Demon, thank you for the sub. I dropped a ton. I dropped so far. Yeah, we just got to hope for a better server. We're at a Waffle House. We got to get a better server. But yeah, the Delphox, I already got it. I already got the Did you see it? Did you see it pop up? I already got it. We've already restarted. It already popped up. Oh my goodness. This game is just fantastic. You can't even play this game. Pokemon Champions is coming out tomorrow.
Already finding all the bugs.
Oh, yeah, there it is again. So, am I able to stream today? Like, do I just not stream today? Like, what do I do? Like, do I just say no? Do I just not stream today, or do I just keep, trying to force it in without any lube? I don't know. But yeah, Delphox, I'm excited-ish for it, but obviously it's not great. Obviously it's not the best. Turn into a hot tub streamer. And no, I don't stream on YouTube anymore because I wanted to focus on Twitch, and then I, upload games again. I talked about this in depth before, so you can just watch every single video on the VODs channel. All right, so we're 0-2, and we haven't finished a single game. Because this is fun. We're having fun. All right, so Zeo 7398. Yeah, do I have to play TCG Pocket, or do I just take a break from streaming until they finally fix it, which will be never? Well, this is a great start. Not. I mean, I guess it's just no, I guess it's just Psyduck and see what happens. Again. Again. Again, it's not Dragapult or Lucario. ABC, you're lucky you give me money. Or else you would have been banned so fast, your butt would have been clapped like some cheeks. Am I crazy to think that I can just win the game this turn? Am I crazy to think that with the Hilda top deck, I just won the game? I go for Telepathic Trevenant, and then we Pokepad. As long as I didn't prize the Latinas, as long as there's no Latinas, we are fine. And then I just won the game, and we're playing a donk deck. And PDCGL can't give me losses if I get what I need all the time. So yeah, I just won. Boom. And look at this. We had the full combo too. And I didn't even have to do anything. Imagine if this was a playable game, we would have won so hard. Okay, PDCGL doesn't seem to realize the game is over, so it's flipping the coin, and then it'll force me to manually take the prize. There we go. We got a win, and we prized the Ursaluna, because of course we did. Oh man, this game is so well made. All right, so it was Double Eight. So Double Eight would have been a very winnable matchup. I just had to not bench any two-prizers, but I obviously benched a two-prizer because I did. All right, so we're facing off against Paid Knight 88. So yeah, we still don't have a game for the video. We're 27 minutes in. We've disconnected twice. Winning definitely makes me think, well, yeah, if it was just Stevens Metagross, that would have been interesting. Yeah, don't slam the headset. I will. Oh, no. Oh, crap. Okay, well, you know, this is why I hate playing Ursaluna. And then watch, this will be Lucario. This will 100% be Lucario. 100% we'll finally face our first Lucario deck, and it'll be hilarious. Okay, well, that doesn't tell us anything. Of course, we start the freaking Ursaluna. Why wouldn't we start the freaking Ursaluna? Okay, so let's go. I mean, we have a start. Oh, we prized 2 lilies, because of course we did. Of course we prized 2 lilies. Why wouldn't we prize 2 lilies? I mean, I guess I just attach. No, I guess we attach there because I can corner and take the knockout. All right, let me write this down. We will do me 1920. Yeah, so it's probably Raging Butt, right? Probably Raging Butt, Ogerpon, the whole thingy thing. And I'll definitely get to Raging Bolt because that's 2 free prizes right there. But of course, we start the stupid Ursaluna. I can't put anybody else into play. We have 2 lilies. How many switching cards do we have? I wonder, how many switching cards do we have? How many switching cards do we have in this deck? I don't know. Okay, the good news is we got some Latinas, but I have to play Pokegear and hope that this is a Lilies. Oh my goodness, we prized 2 Lilies and we got it? So this is a terrible, terrible situation that I'm currently finding myself in. Because against a quad Lilies deck, you don't want to put things on the bench. That is not what you want to be doing. I also don't have what I need right now. So is this a Zacian? Yeah, I think this is Zacian. Because I can take the knockout of the Chen Pao. I can retreat. This is very awkward. I don't think this is correct. But as long as I don't bench anybody, we should be okay. Because I'm doing I think I can knock out Lily's Clefairy. right? Because it's weak to metal, right? So this actually could be really good. And Lily's Clefairy tops out at 220 damage if both players have a full bench. Obviously, it's not great that I started the Ursaluna, but top decking the Latinas is great. And I think they're realizing they lose this matchup because they can't one-shot a Zacian. As long as I don't overbench, we'll be okay. That's all we got. Yeah, if I can just, I mean, they're weak to metal, so what do I need? I need Post Wick and Thingy Thing. They're not taking a knockout. The Pearl is slightly concerning. So in this situation, there's some balls I can play with. I do enjoy balls in my mouth. So if I go telepathic on this, no, do I just go telepathic on this guy? Do I seriously put telepathic on Latias? Because it can knock out a Lily's Clefairy. I just have to triple attach to it, which is not great. You know, all I have to do is triple attach to it. How could that be bad? All right, in this situation, I think it's just draw as many cards as possible. Because if I get Post Wick or Choice Band, so there's 8 cards that can win me the game this turn, we got it. So we just instantly win this matchup because now we knock out the Clefairy. That's why I put the 30 damage there. And now I think what I do is I put the damage on the Fez. The reason I put the damage on the Fez and not the Clefairy is because I'm not putting Zacian back into play. I mean, I could. But I think the only way I'd put Zacian back into play is if I can just do full 120. And that would be knocking out the Lily's Clefairy. And don't forget, this guy does 220 damage with all the fixins, all the feet in your mouth. And then we have the Ursaluna for the end of the game. They have to knock out my Zacian this turn. They essentially have to go knock out Zacian, knock out Latias, knock out Ursaluna, or else they can't win. And by knocking out my Hop Zacian, they activate Trevenant. So no matter, well, not no matter what, but pretty much no matter what, I'm going to get it because I believed in the heart of the cards, and that was a mistake. Because now I'm only doing I'm doing exactly 190. The math is perfect. Oh, God, the math is so amazing. I don't need no stinking Choice Band. Oh, the math. Morty, the math. The math is mathin', Morty. Oh, God, Morty, I got my wiener stuck in a plumbus. All right, I got a plumbus stuck in me bum. All right, let's, yeah, I guess I just have to Colress for Post Wick, telepathic. So we take a knockout, and do I go? It's a tough call to say, should I go for what I think is right. All right, so we'll attach to the Latinas, get a Phantom. I do have Cramorant, so, you know, the Cramorant I can get with Hop's Bag or Pokepad or whatever, so I'm not really worried about that. And then we'll Pokepad to thin the deck for a Trevenant, because you can't put Hop's Bag for Trevenant. So we're in a very good spot. I have Night Stretcher for Zacian if they come up with another Clefairy, but I don't think they can win now. They had to get more Lily's Pearl. It's one of the reasons why the Lily's deck that I'm cooking up is going to have 4 Lily's Pearl in it. Because that is the weakness of Clefairy, is that it's very weak. But if you attach a Lily's Pearl, they take 1 fewer prize card. Now they have to go through at least 4 Clefairy. You basically guarantee that you win every Dragapult, every Lucario matchup. Uh-oh. And FM Bus, would I ever stream an online tournament? Go back 3.5 years. I'm the #1 PDCG. I won the first 2 major PDCGL tournaments. And the Ultra Ball gets me a Fezandipity, so that's really good. Alternatively, no, I think it just has to be Fez. And there's a Kangaskhan, so they have pretty much admitted defeat in my mouth. They've admitted defeat. And Zombie, your wife wants to start playing the game. Wow, weird flex. Yeah, we get it. You're happy and you're well-adjusted socially that you're able to get a partner for life. Jeez, way to make the rest of us feel bad for being social rejects. But what deck do I recommend for your wife? Lucario. So I have the video about, what are the I mean, if you're not gonna do anything, I'll do 60 damage to your Kangaskhan. You want me to do 60 damage to your Kangaskhan, that's totally fine. I do not mind. But yeah, 100% Mega Lucario, that is easily the best deck for new players. It is not intimidating. It teaches you how to use the Lunatone Solrock combo. It just teaches you everything you need to know. And then in the video, I also say you should probably go to Mega Venusaur next. And the reason I say you should go to Venusaur next is because it teaches you about, stage 2s. You can play bug catching. So it just teaches you about things like sequencing and hating PDCGL and the world making your life a living hell. Stuff like that. Fun stuff like that. All right. I could be smart here. But I mean, we don't need to be smart here. Do I actually no, I guess I'm not punished if I want to just go for the Fez. There's literally zero punishment going for the Fez here. Because worst case scenario, I just hassle and hit into the Lopunny. And then the Lopunny is set up for a knockout with, like, anybody. All right, well, we didn't get what we needed. That's cool. Love that. So Hilda guarantees an attack. Hassle does not guarantee an attack. So then I think it has to be Hilda for... how many? Yeah, you have 2 telepathic, so that's fine. I think I just want to go Trevenant, Mist Energy. And Mist Energy attached to you. Retreat. So I'm only doing 160, but that's enough, because then I just need to do 170 next turn. Yeah, I mean, this is fine. If they bosses, then we win, right? If they bosses, that means they're not affecting my hand. They already wasted their unfair stamp. If they bosses... that means they're taking 2 prizes, and that means Ursalune is attacking for free. Even if they don't bosses, they don't have a good attacker, right? They're leaving a Mega Lopunny. I can win the game with, many different things. The only way that I lose this game... oh, wow, that's not good. The only way that I lose this game is if they knock out a single prizer, and then off of Fezandipity and Hassle, I don't get an energy or a choice band. Right? If I don't get an energy or a choice band, we lose the game. So that's going to be kind of insane if we're going to look at the top 12 cards of my deck this turn. The top 12 cards of my deck will be looked at this turn. And if I don't get one of the... okay, that's bad. We just need energy or choice band and the game is over. The game is over and we get to do it in style with Latinas. Didn't even need to do anything. We're just knocking out the Mega Lopunny. See, that's the extra little spice with this deck that you always have to keep in mind, is that you don't have to attach your energy to your Phantump or your Trevenant. You can slowly build up your Latias. You can slowly build up your Lily Clefairy, because they're not going to target your Latinas unless they have a knockout, and just slowly in the background, you're building it up, and they're just like, oh, did I just leave myself open to a 200 damage attack at the end of a game? And you're like, yeah, bro, your cheats just got clapped. Okay, we'll play one more, because that's technically our first actual win of the stream. And what do you mean there's no evidence? I literally, it's one of my favorite thumbnails that I put 0 effort into. It's the thumbnail, it's the Obama, giving Obama a medal. I use that thumbnail for the video, and it's the Obama, and it's me winning my own tournament. Which Sunny has done, because Sunny pretends like Sunny's good at Pokemon cards, but only when Sunny wins his own games. And I did notice that backhanded compliment there, FM Boss, by the way. Okay, this would have been literally the perfect starting hand. Prove it on streamer, it didn't happen. Yeah, but then I got but half of my wins came from people who didn't know what TCG Live was, and they thought it was a PDCGO tournament. and then of course we start the Cramorant. But this is fine. It's not ideal, but I don't mind, starting. Okay, if Shaman's not prized, we'll be fine. Yeah, that's the thing. How I got a bunch of wins is people are like, "I sent you a friend request. Why haven't you accepted?" I'm like, "I don't see it. Are you playing TCG Live? What's TCG Live?" And it was so funny because half the people, when TCG Live came out as the replacement for PTCGO, nobody knew what TCG Live. Oh, okay. They're playing a little too aggressively, if I'm being honest here, but I guess they didn't really have much else going on. Assuming I didn't prize my Shaman, this will be a very winnable match. Oh no. I can't select the Phantom. I can't I can't select the Phantom. Oh no, that's not good. PDC Jill is a well-made game. I think I might just lose now because of that, because I have to choose the Shaman. Like, I can get it now, but I have to choose the Shaman so I don't just lose next turn. But I want to be able to attach the choice band. Oh, this game is so well made. Yeah, I guess I just have to go this route, right? And I mean, I'm all of the pieces away from getting it, so I do need Postwick. I guess I just attach Mist Energy and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna get Postwick, and if I get Postwick, your Slowpoke is knocked out, and then who cares about the Select Glitch? Oh, and we got everything. And we literally got everything. This is a donk deck. This is the greatest donk deck. We did prize 2 Phantom. That's not cool. I don't think I get the Latinas quite yet. I don't really want to risk it. So I know for a fact I don't need the Psyduck, but I may want the Pokepad. But this is great, especially if, oh, I didn't get the Shaman. But I don't need to worry about it because what are they going to do? Win this? What are they going to do? Win this turn? No way that's going to happen. I guarantee you there's no way they're just going to go bench Latias, Wonders Patch to a Slowpoke, attach to a Slowpoke, get Academy at Night, win the game, make me hate life because I forgot to get the Shaman. But I'm choosing to blame PDCGL for this, okay? I want to make a point that PDCGL, the card select glitch, is a game-losing... Okay. But I just want to make a point that the card select glitch, which has been around for 3 years and has still not been fixed because the dev does not know how to fix it, I want to prove that it is a game-losing glitch, and the fact that they haven't fixed it is more embarrassing than when your pants fall down at a rodeo and the bull starts charging you. Oh, crap. Are they just going to go on vibes? My favorite part about playing Slowking is when they seek inspiration, just straight vibes, and they're just like, you know what? I think the top card of my deck is going to be something I can get rid of. Who needs Academy at Night? We're just going to go straight on vibes. Okay, there's a Meowth. That's not good. Yeah, I do feel like selecting cards is important. And yes, I know I got Ultra Ball, I know I got Pokepad, but I'm trying to prove a point. There's the Academy at Night. Let me guess. Oh, well, they didn't get it. Okay, so then we win. Because I knew this was going to be a stadium battle. This was 100% going to be a stadium battle from, start to finish here. So let's go Postwick. I mean, I guess I just hit into them. Right, I'll go for the Pokepad now just to get the Shaman, just because that was their win condition and they might just concede. Might concede these nuts into their mouth. So in this situation, I think we go Colress for Mist Energy. Fun fact, I'm going to force them to do something they don't want to do. I'm going to go Mist Energy on the active, because it's going to be funny. We go Mist Energy on the active, and then 100 damage with Splashing Dodge. If I flip heads, that's just even funnier. Damn it. But don't forget, Trevenant does have a secondary attack of Corner. Corner, it's 90 damage and they can't retreat. But if you go Mist Energy, Choice Band, Telepathic, then you're fine. But the reason that I put the Mist Energy on the active is because they might have Haxorus or Primeape. I am forcing them to copy the attack of somebody good, or obviously just use Super Cybolt, but I'm forcing them to copy the attack of Kyurem, waste a Kyurem, or put 3 energy on a Slowking. Because Mist Energy prevents them from using Bring Down the Ass, and it prevents them from using Primeape's Knockout both actives. So if they just use Kyurem, that's wasting a Kyurem, and you might notice they're down 2 Night Stretcher all... Oh, they went for the Reggie. I was not expecting that one. Definitely not expecting that one. That's the correct pronunciation of Kyurem. How do you pronounce it? That is legitimately the correct pronunciation of Kyurem. I'm not trolling like when I say Decky Dewey. That is literally how you're supposed to say it. Kyurem? No, that's not it. All right, so yeah, we just definitely win this game because they got nothing. Their cheeks are clapped. Let's go Postwick. I think... yeah, I'm doing 190 because this deck is insane. And it would be really nice if I could go for like a Fez or something. Do I go get the Fez right now? Yeah, you know, I'm going to go get the Fez, which I don't even remember if it's in the deck. I don't even remember. Yeah, the Fez is in the deck. If this is just like going to draw me 15 cards, it's worth it. Because remember, we're going to go on to even prizes. Thank you, Kilometers. Because we're going to go on to even prize. All right. Was not expecting that one. Was not expecting all of my energy. But yes, we're going to go on even prizes. So I can just go boss game from this point. So risking the Fezandipity is worth it. Additionally, Zacian can knock out the Slowking. I don't think I'll put Zacian into play, but I'm just saying it can. And Hops Cramorant automatically KOs a Slowking. So even if they get rid of Postwick, even if they get rid of Snorlax, even if I can't find Choice Band, I can still just one-shot a Slowking with the Cramorant, which is really good. And yeah, the Stadium Wars. This happened when I was testing, I can't remember what I was testing, but I was testing something against Slowking, and we both had 4 stadiums, and they always found their academy at night when they needed it. No, bad climber. I think they just did the thing. They just did the thing. Oh my God, concede a shit. I'm getting ready for the thumbs up. We're getting ready to put my thumb up their butt. I'm going to jam my thumb all the way up your butt. Oh, it's crosscut. Oh, it's crosscut. I thought they were going to bring down the axe. No, it's the other one. It's the other one that does 160 damage. I got prematurely excited. Because remember, there's 2 Haxorus. There's the one that one-shots basics, and there's the one that one-shots somebody with special energy. Unfortunately, they're a fart smella. And I don't appreciate... Oh, we got the unfair stamp, baby. Okay. In this situation, obviously, Postwit goes down. I will... I mean, we're in a bit of a dilly of a pickle right now. I think it's just Ultra Ball away the Zacian and the Clefairy. We're kind of low on resources here. And I'm going to, I guess, Choice Band the active. And then the question is, do I put a Mist Energy on the Fez? Because that's probably the only way they can knock out the Fez is if they do the thing. So I think, honestly, putting a Mist Energy on the Fez might just win me this game. Well, no, I think what I did is correct, right? And then we just have everything. We'll waste the Pokepad because I don't think there's anything. Yeah, there's a Trevenant left, and because I prized 2 Phantom for the 3rd time today. That's one of the things. Like, how do you beat Alakazam? Well, you play 4 Mist Energy. How do you win this matchup? Well, you play 4 Mist Energy. How do you win that matchup? I told you, I play 4 Mist Energy. That's how I win that matchup, is I play 4 Mist Energy. And the more that I tested, the more I realized Hops Cramorant is really good. because you do play things like Pheasantipity and you do play Latias, you play Shaman, you play Psyduck. Cramorant is just, yeah, it's not going to be used in every matchup because you do mostly want to loop Trevenant because it's Psychic type and that's really good. But it's the fact that it's a break in case of emergency card, right? If they get down to 3 or 4 prizes, you don't have to worry about if they just knocked out a Hops Pokemon. It does 210 at maximum. 210 is just the perfect number for both Trevenant and Cramorant, because 210 knocks out Meowth, it knocks out Pheasantipity, it knocks out Latias, it knocks out Teal Mask Ogerpon, it knocks out Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon, it knocks out Wellspring Mask Ogerpon, it knocks out the 4th Ogerpon that no one ever uses. And, oh no, they have to smooch them? Well, do I just boss's orders the anything? Type what I should bosses. Press 1 for Meowth, 2 for Slowking, 3 for Fez, 4 for Latias. Because I can knock out all of them. So whatever you decide is what I will knock out. And in this situation, yeah, we just go Choice Band on the Trevenant, Telepathic on the Trevenant just as a safety precaution. And Never Gonna Let Me Down. Okay, well, it's actually 5 for the Smoochum is getting the most votes, so Smoochum it is. So if I lose this game, remember that it's chat's fault because I had this game wrapped up like a Christmas present. But they've already used their unfair stamp, right? Oh, no, that was last game. Oh, it's Enriching Energy. Okay, yeah, just draw 4. I'm not a fan of Enriching Energy and non-to-Dunsparce decks. Like, Enriching Energy and Alakazam, absolutely insane, because you can recycle it every single turn and just use Wondrous Patch and you're totally fine. In this deck, not so much, but YouTube audience, if you're wondering, Poilet, you're the #1 PDCGL player of 2022. How'd you lose any game? See, I told you, that's the vibes. That's the vibe seek inspiration. That's always my favorite one. But if you're wondering, how did I lose my first 2 games of the stream? You'll never guess, but PDCGL is not a fully functioning game, so naturally I lost 2 games because the game just stopped working. And Zeus, Jag Bomb and Never Gonna Let Me Down typed 5, and Never Gonna Let Me Down has given me millions of hundreds of dollars. So if you wanna have more influence here, you gotta pay me money. That's what I've been saying. I can be bought and sold. You want to clap my cheek? Let's play Drayton just to show you how bad Drayton is. Just to show you how bad Drayton is. Yeah, like, this is a democracy, but like most democracies, it's the rich people who ultimately decide who wins. So, like, yeah, when I say it's a democracy, I don't mean the plebs who only use a Prime sub or who only get gifted subs have a say. I said the people who spend the most money on me get the most say. So that's a true democracy. This is a starting hand. This is definitely a starting hand. Definitely a starting hand that I have access to. If we flip heads for 5 turns, we win the game. But if I don't flip heads for 5 turns, we're not okay. What do you mean Cramorant is the bird version of Pilot? Hey, does that... Oh, I guess I could get rid of my gaming channel from the TCG channel. Yeah, I should just probably get rid of that. Let's just get rid of that from the thing. So this will be the last time you ever see the gaming channel. But if you go to the gaming channel, I do have a video where I beat Pokemon Sword with just Shield or Sword with just Cramorant. Fun times. Where I beat it with just Cramorant, and it just sat on my computer for about 2 or 3 years. It just sat on the computer for about 2 or 3 years, and I was like, you know what? I know it's going to take a while, but I'll get it up there. You know, I went through a phase where I uploaded a bunch of videos to the gaming channel. And fun fact, the VODs channel, which just got monetized, is making more money than the gaming channel. Not that it doesn't make sense, but it's just funny that I had such high hopes for the gaming channel, but the VODs channel is already outpacing it in terms of money. And Razor, no, no, please, everyone, give me your prime. I meant the people who sit there and wait for someone to get gifted a sub. No, that's all. That's what I meant. It's only the weirdos who just sit there. No, the prime subs. You guys are great. You guys are my favorite. You guys are my favorite. All right. Well, what do you want to talk about? Because we're going to be here for about 5 minutes. So the Delphox. There's many ways to play this. What people are doing in Japan is they're pairing it with Blaziken EX because that's smart. But I'm more focused on the attack. They're focused on the ability because the ability is really good and Blaziken can just do the thing. I guess technically I shouldn't put the Mist Energy, but no, they have it. They're fine. They're gonna win. But I have seen a bit of an uptick in random decks, and we would have lost if they were here. That's pretty good. But I have seen an uptick in random decks from Japan with new Chaos Rising cards because people are just kind of bored. That's kind of that is what I'm trying to say is Ethan's Ho-Oh EX. So in Japan, they're playing it with Blaziken EX to, do it a little bit slower. Because Blaziken, you discard an energy, you re-excel it with Blaziken, do the thing. I would play it with Ethan's Ho-Oh. That would be how I play it. You play with Ethan's Ho-Oh, an energy switch, and the deck should just kind of run itself. Right? Like, there's no reason the deck just can't be totally fine on its own, where you have built-in card draw. You're drawing up to 7 cards every single turn. You have Ethan's Ho-Oh, which, as long as you just judge them and stamp them a couple times, you'll be totally fine. And wow, we would have lost this game so hard if they were here. Because think about it this way. It's not for each energy attached to all of your Pokemon. It's each energy attached to all Pokemon in play. So against Dragapult, they're going to have 2, 3, 4 energy in play. You realistically need 7 to one-shot a Dragapult. And that's not including a Brave Bangle if you play Brave Bangle, or Gravity Mountain if you're willing to take the risk. Like, I just think this is one of the untapped potential. Like, there's so many untapped potential cards from Chaos Rising. The problem is I think people in Japan are just kind of fed up like I am with how the metagame is not evolving. And yes, Ignition Energy would count as 3, but the problem with Ignition Energy is that it doesn't do anything. Right? Like, yes, it's plus 90 and it's really good, but it's like a dead card. It's a dead card in your hand that you can't attach to do anything or get rid of. It's just not a good card, in my opinion. Like, sorry, it's a good card, but like you'd play 1 copy, right? You'd play like 1 copy and then go from there. So it's a tough sell, especially if you go for the Ho-Oh build. Yeah, reversal would have been perfect. We're facing off against I for sure. I for sure hope I win this game. Huh? I for sure. I know you can't see their name because the thing is in the way. But their name is I for sure. I for sure hope I win this game. Delphox and Cerulege. No, I don't think you'd risk it. I think the Lunatone Solrock is just faster and better. Because you have Drillbur, you have Prism Tower, you have all of the things. So I don't think it's... But this card, I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it. Oh, what a fantastic start. What a fan-flippin-tastic start. But if they don't have anything good, we win. Ooh, okay. All right. Well, we might be doing something turn 2. We have Fire Breather. What do you need? What do you mean? We have Fire Breather. Oh. The Pokepad off the top is absolutely goated. We didn't prize a Phantump like we have every other freaking game this stream. All right, that's great. So this went from a terrible matchup to I actually stand a chancey because we're 1 damage booster away from knocking out the Duskull. I will have to go and get my Latias. But I guess to take the stupidity out of it, I can just evolve into Trevenant. But I'm still only doing 60 damage. So no matter what, I would need... Oh, no, never mind. We'll just knock out the Badoo. Because we know for a fact... Wait, this is Dragapult? They had to Ultra Ball for a... Oh, it's not Dragapult. Oh, God, what is this? Oh, no. Um, why are my feet suddenly wet and not the normal wet that lotion provides? Oh, this is amazing. Oh, this is amazing. I don't care what they're playing. This is music to my feet holes. Putting a darkness energy on a Duskull to retreat it to go into a Badoo to shut off my items. All right, so telepathic psychic energy wins me the game. Everything wins me the game. Yeah, I was gonna say Greninja or Starmie. Okay, interesting. All of their energy is gone. I'm not quite sure. This has to be Starmie then, right? Yeah, it has to be I was gonna say it has to be Starmie. If I top deck, no, there's nothing I can top deck to win me the game. They didn't do anything, so this won't be in the YouTube video. They played Crispin as their supporter, so they're just kind of holding on for dear life right now. So we'll go Trevenant into play just to, because that will survive a Starmie attack. And we just got the naked Latinas. We don't have anything else, but we do have some naked Latinas, and I enjoy that very much. Yeah, this could go downhill real quick. Well, if you haven't seen the tier list, I'll whip it out real quick for you. If you haven't seen the tier list, it is in the top 10. It's the week 3 tier list. So, and they got the Starmie. Fantastic. It is, and they got Starmie Hilda. So I'm just, yeah, they got Legacy Energy. They got Dusclops. Things are going terribly now. Things are not the way they were before. I don't think you'd recognize me anymore. Okay, but they do luckily have to deal with my Psyduck. I did not think they were just going to get it like that. That seems unfair. That seems slightly unfair. Let's go and get Shaman, which is probably not in the deck. I could go for the Zacian. Because if I go for the Zacian, that's dumb, so I won't do that. But I could have. You know, you can't stop me. I'm a crazy person. You can't stop me. All right, let's go for unfair. Actually, do I even want unfair stamp in this situation? Because they're going to do what? Take 2 cards? I think I just want like Pokepad, Pokepad. I think we want to... Oh, right, I have to take the Zacian. Right, I forgot Drayton is Pokemon and Trainer. I forgot about that. So we'll just go get the Shaman. Night Stretcher is going to be very good here in the long run. Yeah, let's go. Choice Band on you. Mist Energy on you. 90 damage. Is that enough? Yeah, that's enough, right? Because I'm doing... No, it's not enough. I'm going to be 20 damage short. So I may have to do some Zacianing here. This may be a situation where I have to Zacian. And that's not great. Get absolutely bodied, bro. Get absolutely bodied. You can't even knock out a Trevenant. Imagine playing a trash deck that can't even knock out a Trevenant. And then we just get the telepathic just like that. Ooh, baby. And yeah, let's go telepathic on this guy so we have a 200 damage attacker. Get the last Phantump out of the deck. I may as well Pokegear. Actually, do I play with my balls? I think I do. I do enjoy playing with my balls in front of a bunch of people. So we'll go get the Trevenant. Pokegear. No, we're not swinging any Sveens here today. And there's a judge. Ooh, we also have bosses. I guess I just bosses in case they try to run away draw. Actually, no, I should have grabbed not that. Oh, no, never mind, because remember, they're not taking a knockout, so they can't do anything. How many Snorlax? It's either 1 or 2. The problem with Snorlax is that it's really tough to have it stuck. Like, the reason you play Latias isn't for anything else other than Snorlax. So yeah, you can see Mega Greninja is in 5th place right now, and our Ball of a Beedrill's in, like, 9th or whatever, 10th. They just Night Stretchered, by the way, so they're doing nothing. So Mega Greninja, but the problem is that you really... It's going to be fine, right? It's going to be a good new deck. It's just, it's not taking the world by storm. Dragapult's just a stronger version of Greninja. But the good news with Greninja is that its weakness is lightning, but you pair it with the Fighting Terra Greninja. So there you go. What I think it's over 10%. I think over 20% is S tier, over 10% is A tier, over any percent is, B tier. They're really trying to knock out that Psyduck. They really hate that Psyduck's face. All right, let's go for, telepathic in case I want to attack and take 3 prizes. Oh, sorry, take 2 prizes. Yeah, the cool thing about the Metagross is that it's not just in Slowking. It also helps you with the just with the Baby Metang deck, the Baby Metang Heatran deck, where you just do 300 damage every single turn. Did I delete the Metagross? Oh, there it is. I was like, did I get rid of the Metagross? That doesn't seem like me. That doesn't seem like trust your pilot for doing something wrong. I don't know why they're still here. Seems like they should have conceded a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But just being able to turn the Metang into an attacker that does 300 damage is just crazy to me. It's like, oh, hey, do you know how this deck already plays Heatran to do massive damage? Well, what if you just do 300 damage and cut out the Heatran and you're good to go? Yeah, you play like 1 Heatran, maybe 2, 1 Reggie, and oh, this is a sad game. This is a sad game all around. We're just gonna bosses the Staryu. Then just keep the energy in hand. The Metang. So the Metang is just amazing how you just combo the Metang and the Metagross. So obviously, I'm gonna wait until May. No, Ryan Felipe is mostly for Hopzation, and you just put like 1 copy in Steven's Metagross. Not if you have 4 of them in play. It's almost impossible to fail one of them. So it's just, you just play 4 Beldum, 4 Metang, 2 Metagross, 2 Heatran, 1 Regigigas, and then 2 Energy Recycler. That's about it. That's all. It's so simple. I can't wait to bring back the Baby Maker. I'm very excited. Just what it was missing was a good Metagross, because the good Metagross right now is just Psychic type, so it doesn't pair well with the Metal Energy. But it's going to be so, so good. And it's kind of funny that the single prize Pokemon are basically better than the Megas. Like, I still haven't seen a single Mega Pyroar deck in Japan. So I think what I'll do is I'll do like YouTube shorts for, oh, these cards are terrible. And then I'll do, my normal videos. But I've been looking every week. Hey, did someone in Japan make a Mega Pyroar deck? Never. There hasn't been a single one. It's been 3.5 weeks because it came out on March 13th. So April 13th will be a month since their Chaos Rising came out. 0 decks. 0. There hasn't been a single Mega Pyroar deck to finish top 16 in any tournament. And I mean, I am happy. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm very happy that Mega Pyroar is failing, because I hated this thing going into that courtyard, going up those steps. Oh, hey, there's a bunch of Pyroar. That's a lot of experience that I can get for free. Oh, they just destroyed everything. That's cool. Okay, the fact that they're still here does not sit well with me. I mean, do they realize they can't retreat? They have to waste an ignition energy to retreat here. Let's get rid of that, and I guess the Snorlax, because we have a bunch of Night Stretchers that I haven't used yet. Like, it's a fine card. It's just Mega Camerupt is better in almost every single way. Ferocious Bellow is a horrible attack on a 3-prizer. Yeah, you play it with Emboar, probably Oricorio. You probably just play it with Oricorio and a bunch of switches and Air Balloon and stuff. I think Emboar is a little bit too much work. And do they not think that I have more energy in my hand or more choice band? Oh my god. Do you honestly think you can win this game? Do you honestly think you have a chance to win this game? Okay, well, yeah. Everyone is. I can knock out everybody on their side of the field. I just need a boss's orders, of which there should be two more somewhere. Yeah, for three. Oh my god, Zerosic. Oh no, not Zerosic. Whatever will I do? I have like 3 Night Stretcher in the deck that I haven't used yet. Yeah, Mega Zygarde for 3 fighting does 200 damage and reduces incoming damage by 30. This does 80. And remember, it's not an effect on the active. That's the thing that you have to remember, is that it's not an effect on Pyroar. It's an effect on their active. That's the embarrassing thing, is that if they switch, retreat, or evolve, they do normal damage. Like, you have to remember, read it again. You probably think, oh, Pyroar takes 50 less damage. No, it is on the defending Pokemon. So all they have to do is just retreat and, oh, oopsie, I'm doing full damage again. So obviously the strategy is you play it with Wally's Compassion and I guess Gravity Mountain. So the way you have to play Pyroar is Gravity Mountain so you can knock out Dragapult, probably maximum. Oh my god. There we go. Triple attached KO. Probably Gravity Mountain so you can knock out Dragapult, Maximum Belt so you can knock out Lucario, Wally's Compassion so you can heal at every turn, Oricorio, probably to Dunsparce for card draw. And then if you just run into Mega Greninja, you lose the game. And Mega Greninja is a playable deck now. So Mega Pyroar, not great. Just not, no bueno. Yeah, it's just so not good. It's just so disappointing. You know, I'm really starting to think that who's ever developing the card game right now doesn't understand the card game right now, because they're making so many terrible decisions. Well, that's not great. And honestly, I think I'd rather play Colress. And thank you, Clan Burglar. I'd rather play Colress over Drayton and Petrol, because Colress is a telepathic and a postway. Right? It's a telepathic and a postwick. How is that bad? Well, we lose this one. Unless, because what I could do is if I top deck, actually, there could be something very interesting that happens. Well, people keep saying that, oh, it's very obviously they're powering down the game to make it, you know, better. We don't know that for sure. They could just be not caring anymore, right? We're coming up with that theory. I almost had the perfect starting hand, but then PDCGL decided to be a butt face. All right, let's go for... Wow. That is handy right there. Okay. I guess I just hit the bench and hope, because we're probably not going to win this game. It is highly likely that this game is not going to end in a victory for us. All right, so we do have the Latinas. I can get the Shaman, which seems really bad. But I don't really have a choice here. All right, so let's get rid of Trevenant and Petrol. Go for the Latias. Like, I'm just going to have to hope they're kind of stuck, like my stepsister in the washing machine. Yes, I know I say that all the time, but it's funny, okay? People laugh. We were one card away from being able to bosses up a Snorunt and knock out a stupid Snorunt and win the game before they even have a chance to play, take 2 prizes. But then PDCGL said, no, you know what? We're going to give you all the cards you don't need. You know, I'm starting to think that my stepsister's doing it on purpose, TQ. You know, I'm starting to think she's doing it on purpose. But I came up with this really smart idea recently that, you know, there's a really good chance that they're trying to make the cards not as powerful on purpose. So when Winds and Waves comes out, that's when the game will be good. You know, I'm starting to think that, that might be the reason why. All right, well, I have double bosses. So the world is my cloister here, and they're going for the shaman. Okay. There's a Morgrim. If I top deck a Postwick, I think I go. No, I don't think. I know we go for the Morgrim. So if I top deck a Postwick, that's not a Postwick. So in this situation, they have 10 damage on that guy. I guess I go bosses on the Frostlass, Mist Energy, the Phantom, and then Insta Strike and put the damage on the no, put it on the Morgrim. Put it on the Morg. There we go. No, Winds and Waves is not going to come out for another 2 years. I think it's 2 years because Winds and Waves is coming out in 2027. So it depends when Winds and Waves comes out. But if Winds and Waves is November 2027, our first set of that block will be February or March 2028. Definitely Clan Burglar's alt. Definitely Clan Burglar's alt. All right, so Zacian is surviving. That's the good news. Oh, this is actually great news. Because Zacian survives. They have to target my Latinas. There's a Postwick. So now we knock out the Monkey Dory? Now we go for the monkey? And... oh, geez. Because I know I can't knock out the Grimmsnarl. It's really tough. Like, I know that I have to knock out the Snow Runt at some point, right? I feel like I have to knock out the Snow Run at some point to get it out of here, so maybe I re-attacked with Zacian. They got the bosses. Oh, they're taking 4 prizes. Yeah, we just lost the game. All right, well, they did knock out a Hops Pokemon, so that's something. I think we just lost. Just gonna make an observation here. I think I have to put the Fez down. I don't think that's negotiable. Well, that didn't work. All right, well, Trevenant, I choose you. Let's go Hilda. Get this guy and this guy. And yeah, I guess I just thin out. Oh, we prized everything. Would have been great to get that unfair stamp, though. And yeah, I don't know why they're making so many bad megas, but that's just, you just have to think of them like EXs and GXs and Vs and V stars. Not all of them are good. And they got everything they needed off the prizes, so we have lost the game, and that's not great. But if they don't get a Frostlass, we will survive one more turn. Oh, well, that's a Frostlass, so that's GG. Yeah, they just got everything right when they needed it. You know, I don't think they're going to go simultaneous because that would require the Pokemon Company International to, you know, step up their game. Wait, they had win. Oh, no, they have win just with the Shaman KO. All right, well, that is a loss. That's fine. Jagbomb, have you been watching Sweet Tooth with your big man talk? All right, we'll play one more with Drayton, then delete it forever, and we will never speak of it again. Hey, it's a rematch. So in the rematch, do I go first? Or do I just hope that we start Zacian and I start clapping cheeks? Because I think an unfair stamp and a Zacian start would have been the entire difference. Well, it is a playable hand, and we do have a Shaman. As long as they don't have the goatedest of starts, well, maybe they won't. But, like, that's the thing. When you say, like, "Oh, they're clearly trying to make the TCG, the power levels worse," but, like, that's a fan theory, right? That's a fan theory that is not confirmed by the Pokemon Company. They haven't said anything. Ooh, hello. This is a rematch against this Grimmsnarl deck. It is concerning. You know, I'm not sure if I can actually win. I know they have Badoo, so I think we just go for double Phantom. And, well, you say they're making the game slower and weaker. They gave us a double they gave us a double Nest Ball on a Psychic Energy. So I do dispute that a little. Are you kidding me right now? Okay, that's great. That's great. Thanks, PDCGL. Love you, bro. Things are going great. Why do you ask? Things are going swimmingly. Oh, this is great. Oh, we're having fun. Oh God, we're having so much fun. Oh no. Oh God. Okay, so Snorlax is prized. We do have a way out of this. We can win, but some things are gonna have to go our way here. The fact that they just probably have attach, retreat, Badoo is really bad. Because the reason I lost the first game is because I couldn't get a turn one Zacian, and they just have an amazing turn one. If they Lilies here, that's totally game over. Okay, well, Petrol is fine. They're going to Petrol for a Lilies because they know they have time here, because they know my deck's a little bit slower. Was not expecting Secret Box, so that's kind of risky, because obviously I don't have Badoo in my deck, because duh. Ooh, this would have been the again, this was the same situation we were in last game, where bosses with Zacian. I could have bossed the Snorunt, knocked out the dude. All right, I guess we just evolve everybody and see what happens here. So probably should Lilies. Let's go Mist Energy on this guy. The Shaman seems fine, because they only have one Snorunt. We're going to draw 8 cards. That's great. And yeah, I guess we go Postwick, Choice Band, Horror Revenge. Now the question is, if I get Snorlax off the prizes, do I want to put the Snorlax into play? Okay, well, that lets me not have to make a decision. But that'd be the question is, do I want to put the Snorlax into play? And I don't think I would, because, yeah, that just seems bad. All right, so they go Cedar Box for Spiked Myth, Rare Candy. Wait, Spiked Myth, Rare Candy, Lilies. So they don't have any tools. I know it was a bit of a mistake to go for the Postwick, but what you have to remember is that I have 4 Postwick, so I'm not really concerned about being a little... Oh, right, they go Spiked Myth for the Grimmsnarl, right, and then they do the thing. So that was a perfect card to get. If only I could have played Judge or something. So as long as they don't get a Frostlass here, we'll be fine. Frostlass or Night Stretcher. So a Pokepad or a Night Stretcher gets it for them. The fact that they didn't just... crap. Oh, wait, what? Why are they going for the... Yeah, that's actually really smart. That's actually really, really smart, because I have to 2-shot a Grimmsnarl. Fun fact, I've been playing this deck for 90 minutes. Guess how many times I've faced Lucario or Dragapult? If you guess 0, you would be correct. Every other stream, Dragapult 7 times in a row. This stream, nah, Dragapult doesn't... No one's playing Dragapult. Who's playing Dragapult in 2026? Come on, bro. All right, well, let's do that. I have Hilda. We don't really want to Hilda here. I have Switch. I have Mist Energy. I mean, Mist Energy is not really helping a ton either. Huh. I guess I get rid of Hilda and Ultra Ball. We go for another... Oh, right, we don't have one. Then we go for another Trevenant. Oh, right, we don't have one of those things. So if I go for the Zacian, they would just target the Zacian with, bosses or catcher or something. But I'm confident they don't go. Now we gotta go. We gotta Lilies. There's a tool scrapper. That's completely useless. Thank you. We also didn't get any of our 3 Postwick. 2 Postwick. Awesome. So I'm pretty sure we just lost again. Because I prized a bunch of things. I don't have Snorlax. We didn't get Postwick. They can heal 60. I can deal 220 damage, but I think I think the writing's on the wall rain here. Okay, so the Drayton version is cursed. We were having a lot of fun with the other one, so let's play Trust Your Pilot's fantastic build that he built in a cave with some scraps. So this is my own creation that I created. I birthed it from my loins. This is the Pokemon catcher build. This is a turbo Pokemon catcher build that I built specifically because I knew Lena would show up today and be like, hey, how's it going? And I'd be like, I'm playing a turbo Trevenant build that I built myself. Yeah, all these other people just go on Limitless and copy other people's lists. Well, that's actually fine, except for the fact that we have an unplayable hand. So I have to play with my balls. Oh, God, this is not a fun hand. Okay, actually, this is fine. Oh, geez. Okay. We will be fine if we don't lose. So I think we get rid of the switch. I think I get rid of the air balloon. If I get rid of switch, so if I Ultra Ball away, switch air balloon, go get a Phantom, telepathic for double Phantom because we don't need the Clefairy. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Well, it took 90 minutes, but we finally faced our first Lucario or Dragapult deck because this game loves me so much. So I guess I just go for double Phantom. Oh my God, are you kidding me right now, bro? Are you kidding me? This is just torture. The only way you can lose this matchup is if you prize all of your Phantom. That's the only way you can lose this matchup. I also don't know if Phesantipity's in the deck. Yeah, I just have to go end turn. There's no other choice. I just have to go end turn. Because no matter what, I do have a knockout of a Lucario no matter what next turn, as long as they don't affect my hand. So as bad as all this is, actually no, if they knock out the Clefairy, then we're screwed. But if they knock out anything but the Clefairy, if they don't go Harry Mama, attach, air balloon, Clefairy KO, we will win this game. If they do all that, I think we still win because I would just attach the Choice Band to the Cramorant, hit into the... They're about to do it, aren't they? Because the reason I got the Clefairy is because we prized 2 Phantom, because PDCGL, you face Dragapult, you prize your Clefairy, you face Lucario, you prize 2 Phantom, and you have an unplayable starting hand. So the reason I got the Clefairy isn't because I wanted it on the field, it's because I wanted to get it out of the deck, because look at this start. And they're going to Meowth for our bosses. But they still need an energy, so if they don't have an energy... They're playing the Corbo bosses? What a weirdo. Okay, you want... Oh, they're going for the Phantom. Okay, that's 3 free prizes. Thank you for the 3 free prizes. I will take that any day of the week, bro. Uh, yeah, because we have Post Hook, we have Choice Band. I have to Ultra Ball. The switch cards are totally fine to get rid of. They just let me win the game. Press 1 if they're about to do the Conceit of Shame or Conceit of... That's great. Unfortunately, we have no follow-up. So it's like when you go for an exam at the doctor and they say everything's fine, we have no follow-up here. I mean, I guess my follow-up is Cramorant, and we can knock out the Meowth, but as long as we get 2 Phantump off of this, we'll be fine. So, yes, can I please get 2 Phantump out of the prizes? Watch it be 0. It was 1. All right, well, still no supporter, but we are doing 120. Fun fact, I think I have 6 Gust cards in the deck. Just, just a fun little tidbit for all you out there. I think there's about 6 Gust cards in the deck. 4 Lilies. I can't remember if I put Pheasantipity in here. It's a turbo build. All right, that's interesting. Was not expecting them to just go directly into the Lucario again. So do I Phantump and hope? Because there's a very good chance the Phantump just gets attacked here. So wouldn't it make more sense? Ooh, there's a hassle. Okay, okay. I don't want the switch anymore, so let's play with my balls here. Get the... I mean, I can probably just 2-shot him with 2 Cramorant, right? I can just... No, I can't. I can't. I can't do that because that would lose me the game because Cramorant can only attack now. Because if they gusted around me and went for the Clefairy, we'd be screwed. Though they aren't really threatening a knockout on the Clefairy because they did Mega Brave, but if they play with their PP a bunch of times, then we're in trouble. All right, so there's that, and I guess Pokepad. No, I think it has to be Judge. I need a card for next turn. Right, so let's go Telepathic. I don't think there's anything left in the deck. But the Choice Band on the Cramor... Oh my god. Look at this. Look at how much crap is in the deck. Look at this. I got 3 catchers. So many things. Okay, how do I want to play this? If I put the Choice Band on the Cramorant, that's good? I think? Because we are 2-shot... Because if they gust the Clefairy... I have the Air Balloon to retreat. If they gust the Snorlax and just knock out the Snorlax, that's GG. So even though everything is going wrong and I haven't played a single draw supporter yet, my only supporter has been Hassel. Just this is how good any viable Psychic deck in 2026 can win a Lucario deck that doesn't know what can win against Lucario when they don't know what they're doing. And Necro, how are the games going? The games are not going great because the first 2 games of the stream, BDCGL broke and I lost because if you close the game when the game is broken, that counts as a game loss because BDCGL is great. So that's why my win-loss ratio isn't like 6,000 to 1. It's, 6,000 and 4,000 because 4,000 games have ended in bugs. I think they're now just realizing that I put them in a checkmate scenario, because if they go for the Clefairy, they can't knock it out because Aura Jab's only doing 100 damage. If they go for the Snorlax, because I got rid of my switch like an idiot, then they can reset they just lost the game. So the thing with Mega Lucario is you can't really win the Trevenant matchup unless I prize 2 Phantump, but even then I can still win because Cramorant can 2-shot a Mega Lucario. Your ability to 2-shot me is really nerfed. Wait, do I didn't want to take a chance that the math was off. Because with the Snorlax KO, I might have not had the knockout. So I didn't want to take the chance and just promote the Cramorant and be like, oh, I've soiled myself. But there you go. Just knock out 2 Mega Lucario, you win the game. This is a turbo. I prized everything. Oh my god, this game. It's like I talk bad about this game all the time, and then it's like, hey, oh, you want to talk bad about me? Well, I'm gonna not work properly and prize everything you need. Yeah, well, I'm so good, I'm gonna win anyway. Oh, like that's just how good I am at this game, isn't it? Like, are you just in awe? Like, do you just open your mouth and then I can put my feet in there? Like, you know what? Every time you yawn, a ghost puts its feet in your mouth. Did you know that? Did you? I bet you didn't. That's why if you're ever home alone and you yawn and you hear giggling, that's because a ghost put its feet in your mouth. All right. The winking butthole. We're facing a winking butthole. There we go. Yeah, Necro, the games are not going great. Ooh, NAIC pricing and registration dates revealed. I'm sure it won't be a gong show. I'm sure it won't be an absolute gong show. So April 14th is when you can register for NAIC in June. This is a start. This is one of the starts of all time. Fun fact, I still haven't played a supporter. Fun fact, I still have yet to play a draw supporter with this deck. So is this our first opponent playing my deck today? And they already got my bad luck. I've already rubbed off on them. I've already rubbed my bad luck on them because they started the Ursa Luna. Oh, this is great. It's always fun when your opponent plays the deck you just cooked up, isn't it? All right, let's go for, I guess, just another Phantom. Not really anything I have to do in this matchup other than not lose. Seems pretty straightforward. Yeah, I'll probably, if... And boobs on toast? That's why you enjoy yawning? Hey, to each their own. I'm not going to yuck your yum, as the kids say. I'm not going to syrup your pancake, as the kids would say. And that's great. All right, so this one's wheat to grass, which is the dumbest thing I've ever seen, but I guess it's a ground type, so that's fine, or a rock type. But I'm pretty sure I win this matchup because they do once. Oh no, they do win this matchup. I lose this matchup because they got the first knockout. So I can knock out their Ursa Luna. They have an Okie Dogie. The only way that I win, I think, is if the unfair stamp sticks. Right, they had the worst possible start, but single prize versus single prize, Trevenant has a lot of chances to win in the single prize versus single prize realm. Not this one. This one's a little tricky like a gym. All right, so we go unfair stamp. If they can't find anything, I do win. Ooh, that's terrible. Ooh, that's terrible. And then, yeah, we get these two. Because 230, I can't actually knock out the Okie Dogie with anybody except for Trevenant. All right, so let's go. Can I get a Trevenant, please? What the crap? Oh, we still have lilies. Okay. Okay, so Phantom down. Choice Band the active. I will go Mist Energy on you. So I guess I capture the Okie Dogie. Oh, this game is great. This game is so much fun. All right, can we get a Trevenant? Oh my god. Yep. That's just how it goes. That's how the cookie do be crumbling today. And let me guess, this will be tails. And just for the icing on the crap sundae. Yep, there we go. Yep. Who could have guessed? Who could have guessed? Who could have guessed that this would work out this way? Literally anybody. Literally anybody could have. Let me guess. I gave them. Yep, we gave them a Lily's. Oh, oh my god. Oh, this is great. This is fantastic. This is awesome. They start an Ursa Luna and they just take 2 KOs with it because of course they do. All right, well, you know what? The luck is guaranteed to turn around right now. As Missy Elliott would say, we're going to turn it around and reverse it. Oh, God. So, yes, we're going to, I guess, telepathic this guy. I don't know why I'm telepathicing this guy. Yeah, it is nice to get beaten off when you're looking in the mirror. All right, so let's go Night Stretcher for a Phantom. We gotta flip heads on Splashing Dodge. That's the only chance we got here. We gotta flip heads on Splashing Dodge, and we will be fine. We will be totally fine if we just flip heads on Splashing Dodge. Okay, still no Trevenant. Kinda sus. Kinda sussy baka, as the kids these days would say. Oh my god. Alright, just flip heads, and I will not flip out. It is so simple. This will be the first heads flip of the... Thank you. I think we can win now, unless I, of course, gave them Judge into energy bosses, because the deck plays at least 3 bosses. You know, it's tough to say exactly which version they're playing. It could just be, you know, any version, because they have all the boners. They have a huge boner of the crux of the deck. And if you're wondering, why did you attach a second energy to the Hops Phantom? Because I think the only way I can knock this dude out is if I use Corner. Right, because Corner does 90 damage plus, yeah, so 150. So the only way I can knock this out through weakness is with Corner. And wait, did they use Tarragon? Oh, they used Tarragon! They're doing nothing! There's no way am I actually going to win this game? And they're Stone Arm. So I was going to say, do I potentially target the Barbarical here? Because the Barbarical, as I learned, it's very important, but they're kind of already set up where knocking out the Barbarical doesn't do a whole lot. If I target the Barbarical, they will have, you know, potentially 2 to 3 Okie Dokie, because they'd be able to get another one going up. All right. I do have to evolve. They are doing 170, but they do have to... Okay, well, fun fact, I currently don't have a knockout of this guy because I still don't have a Trevenant. Still no Trevenant. Can we get our first one? Lilies of 6, thank you. And yeah, we're only doing 140, so I have to take the KO here. This is all totally fine. I'll go Trevenant. We got to hold on to our catchers because if they attach a Prism Energy, I'm kind of screwed. And yeah, I guess it's just Corner. I mean, Legacy Energy is probably the ace spec, but just in case, I think I evolve that Trevenant just as a safety precaution. Because I don't think they're going to do anything. Like, they're probably going to play Tarragon or Lilies or Bosses. Like, if they can just Bosses my Fez, we're in huge trouble. And yeah, the accompanying flute, that was just a fun inclusion that I thought would be interesting in this deck. Because I'm already playing 3 or 4 catcher, so why not play 2 accompanying flute, get their Fez out of the deck, get their Meowth out of the deck, shorten the game. But of course, I have yet to play my flute. You know, I've whipped it out, but I haven't played the Skin Flute once lately. You know, that's what happens when you're old and busy. You can't play the Skin. I think we just won. The only way we don't win is if they go for the If I'd evolved the Phantom, we would have... I was not expecting that, okay? If I just evolved the Phantom, I was not expecting the bosses, Solrock. Okay, well, here's a problem for them, is if I finally flip heads on a catcher, they lose the game. So watch this drive. Watch me fail this Pokemon catcher. Boom. Who could have told you that? Who could have told you we were going to fail that catcher? Who could have told you we were going to fail that flute? Who could have told you we're not going to get a bosses off of this? Who could have told you we're also going to fail this one too? Yep. Oh, I'm having a severe mental breakdown right now. Severe mental breakdown. All right. Well, I guess it's a judge. Because I can't risk that they go for the Phantom again, right? Oh my god. No, it's not. Oh, then we get the bosses. Thank you. How merciful of you. All right, well, I think we attach to you, because this guy can knock out an Okie Dokie. That dude can actually knock out an Okie Dokie. I just have to put a choice band on it. Do I have any choice bands left? I should have one. No, we got 0. Well, we have lost the game. Oh, man. All right, well, if they can't find a Prism Energy... Ooh, the fact that they went with the Barbarical means they have an air balloon in their hand. You know, if I just evolved that Phantom, the game would have been over. Or, you know, if we would have fluted for, like, a Cornerstone Master or something, if they had Cornerstone Master or a Fez or something, which is never a guarantee in this matchup because sometimes it's just, you know, Lunatone Solrock is all you need. All right, but if they don't have a Prism Energy, I win the game or the Legacy. That's going to get them a draw of 3, but they're down, I think, 2. Yeah, they're down 2 Prisms, so they have 2 Prism and a Legacy Energy left. And they got the Legacy Energy. Fan-flippin-tastic, and we are just perfectly aligned to lose this. I think about 6 or 7 different things had to go wrong for us to lose this game, and all 6 or 7 of those things went wrong for us to lose. Okay. All right. You know, the unfair stamp had to not stick. The judges had to not stick. They had to find the Legacy Energy. The catchers had to fail. They had to get Solrock Energy bosses. I had to use all my choice bands. Just a fun time had by all. But we are technically still in the game, which is wild to say out loud. All right, there's the telepathic. I guess we go Fez first. And I don't think I have anything left in the deck, but let's find out. Ooh, we have a Trevenant. So I need one of my 2 Night Stretchers to get a Phantom back, or else we are attaching to a Snorlax, and that's not going to be great. Who could have told you that was going to happen? Who could have told you that I was not going to find any of my Night Stretchers? Who could have possibly foreseen this very likely outcome? All right, well, let's get rid of that. We're just thinning. That's what we're doing. And I go telepathic on this guy. And horrifying revenge. So they just have to find a Prism Energy. There's 2 left. But if they don't find a Prism Energy, then I can knock this out through weakness, right? Because I have Choice Band, Post Switch, Snorlax. That is knocking this out. If they don't attach a Prism Energy, if they do attach a Prism Energy, the game is over because they'll just bosses the Fez. Oh, yep. Let me guess. Bosses, you got the Prism. Ooh. So Explorer's Guidance, in this situation, Explorer's Guidance is great, right? Because Morty's would only be a draw of 3. But if all you need is Prism Energy to win, it's absolutely perfect. And if I had just not attached the Choice Band to this Cramorant, if I had the power of Foreskin, I would have known that, oh, you have to keep the Snorlax pilot. The Snorlax, you must keep that to do 230 damage to the Okidogi at the end of the game after you fail every single one of your Pokemon. Interesting. I think that actually is the smarter call. Because now they're just like, oh, I can just, you know, do whatever I want and I'll be fine. So they have very much opened themselves up an avenue to win. And I have wasted my stamp. I've wasted 2 judge. So we're just kind of out of the game here. And that is, they're playing this perfectly. They are playing this absolutely perfectly. The Cramorant is useless. The bosses, I have to Mortys. Have to Mortys here. Finally got a Night Stretcher for a Phantom, but I think it's too late now. Because, yeah, we're doing 120. I can only do 100 with a Phantom if I had everything. So this is just horrifying revenge. If somehow they're 2 Prism Energy at the bottom of the deck and they can't find them off of a draw of 3 plus an Explorer's Guidance, we might be okay. But I am totally okay because guess what? We got a YouTube video, baby. We already have a YouTube video, and that's all I care about. But since we're about to lose this game, what are some cards that y'all think should make a comeback in this day and age? What are some cards that y'all think should be reprinted that would make the game healthier? Like, I always talked about how Ditto Prism Star should always be in Standard. What are some cards that you think should be reprinted and brought back in this day and age? So if there's 2 Prism on the bottom 6, we will win this game. Or if the Prisms are the ones they prized. Well, that's not great. Okay, well, we can still win. We can still win. I can bosses this okie dokie. This could be the greatest comeback ever. If they somehow forgot to put bosses orders, they definitely have another bosses, by the way. All right, well, the only chance we have of winning is if I go up with the Phantom and then they somehow don't have a 3rd or 4th bosses, which is almost guaranteed to not be the thing that will happen here. And another fun fact is they will have 1 card left. 1 card left. We bosses the okie dokie. So if somehow they only play 3 bosses and the last prize is a bosses, and I flip heads here, we do win the game. And PDCGL couldn't even have set up a fun situation where they just had bosses for game. PDCGL is just like, nah, we're gonna rip your heart out. What is Dark Vileplume? And see, yeah, they had the bosses. See, that would have been more fun. Why can't PDCGL start fun stuff? Dark Vileplume. No, just any Vileplume. It doesn't have to be Dark Vileplume. Any Vileplume is viable. Is viable. All right, so we'll play the Turbo one more time. But just remember, I have faced 0 Dragapult and 1 Lucario today. And I still have a positive win rate, and also 2 of those losses were the game breaking. All right, L Happy Gilmore. L Happy 5. And let me see, what other things we got in here? I got Chaos Rising stuff, Greninja, Dragalge. I mean, I have noticed a little bit more Dragalge doing things in Japan. Right? It's been pretty much exactly what I said. You know, you put it in Frostlass to be annoying. What the hell? Remember last game when I needed all my Gust cards? And Lena, that's just baseless speculation of people just like, I don't know why they want the Lost Zone to come back. It's not, you know, my favorite thing in the world. But it's just, you know, the thing with the Lost Zone is they would have to support it, right? They were, oh, and then we face our first Dragapult deck and look what happens. Oh, man. First Dragapult deck. If I literally just top deck a Choice Band or a Telepath, I don't even need any. I just need to top deck a playable card right now, and we're fine. That's it. Just top deck a playable card, and I win the game, and they can't do anything. Please. Just a Choice Band. Just a Hops Choice Band is all I need. Actually, I do need a Hops Choice Band. You're going to play a Scolipede deck. How would you play Scolipede? Remember, you can't accelerate to the Dragalge. Wait, unless the Scralp is the Scralp a Dark type? Because then you could. Well, we got the Telepathic, which is not great, but I can go for Phantom Clefairy. So in this situation, do I just bring up the Dreepy and do 20 damage to it? Do I just bring up the Dreepy, do 20 damage, boss's orders, I guess? Because what can happen is that I can do 60 damage, so if they don't do anything... Oh, crap. I know that was greedy, but, like, I feel like I need to put a little bit of damage on the Dreepy because now we're forcing them to waste another energy or put Latias into play, or they have to evolve into Dracloak. And the cool thing here is that if I can top deck a Lilies and get Choice Band and an energy, I can knock out the Dracloak with Corner. So we will be totally fine. But I'm currently only doing 60 damage to this Dracloak. But if I can top deck a Choice Band, so I don't even need to Corner, I just need the Choice Band and we're totally fine. But see, this was kind of my strat here, was just annoy them long enough and win. And there's a Crispin. So they have to waste a Crispin, which is fine. So they're going to waste an energy just to do the thing. Please top deck a Choice Band. If I can top... Oh, because I flipped tails? Oh, this is great. Oh, no, they are retreating. Okay. Again, this would have been funny if they'd taken the knockout because I didn't flip heads on Splashing Dodge. Because PDCGL hates me. All right. PDCGL, everything has led to this moment. You will give me a Choice Band. Okay, lots of Lilies. That's unfortunate because... Why is that unfortunate, class? Because I can't use Pokemon Catcher. So I guess in this situation, I just take the knockout, take it as it comes. What a hand. All right, well, we knock out the Badoo, we knock out their Dragapult, and if they try to get a little bit cute with us, I can make them pay. I can make them pay bigly here. Obviously, they're going to have boss's orders on the Clefairy. I know it was a little greedy to go for the Clefairy, but you saw that opening hand, right? You saw that opening hand. You saw how terrible my opening hand was. I had to play it a little... Yep. Yep. There we go. Okay, we got the... So that's a knockout. That is as long as they don't have bosses on my Clefairy, I win the game. And that's hilarious. Because I basically have nothing going on. I Lilies'd into just supporters and items. I could have put the Fez down, anticipating the fact that Dragapult always gets the unfair stamp when they need it, because, look at what they've done. They haven't done anything. But as long as they don't boss or Dust Noir, because a Dust Noir will be really bad, because what you probably don't remember is that it has to be knocked out by damage from an attack. So if they Dust Noir the active, where the 10 damage actually makes sense, I will be so super duper screwed. I think they have Rare Candy Dust Noir and they're going to do the thing. And I just lost this game. I firmly believe... Yep. Oh my god. There is no way. There is no way. Oh my god. Well, I guess I just give you the Clefairy. Because maybe PDCGL will break. That's the thing. Maybe PDCGL will break. Like, they haven't even played a supporter yet. And they're still going. The hilarious thing is, if I would have flipped heads on that Phantom, we would have won the game. Like, they had to get a million different things in order to win, and they got them. Oh, they used Petrol. Thank you, Jagbomb. Okay, so that's how they got it. They Petroled for the unfair... Oh, no, they drew a Pokepad. So they just had the unfair stamp. All right, well, maybe PDCGL is going to break, and it will allow me to do this. Maybe PDCGL broke, and I can... No, I didn't think it did. Wait, why can't I concede? Did they concede? Let's just get out of here. PDCGL hates me. First Dragapult game of the stream, and we lose. Oh, man. This game. All right. So, note to self, don't trust PDCGL. Trust your pilot. Do not trust PDCGL. You know, even when you think you're facing Dragapult and you just got it like that, it's just not happening. All right, we have a playable turn one. See, why couldn't this have been the starting hand last game? And watch, this will be Grimmsnarl again. This will be Grimmsnarl again, an unwinnable matchup. Oh, it's Zygarde. Okay. Which version is okay? So it's another Trust Your Pilot special. We're facing off against another Trust Your Pilot special. As much as I want to play my Skin Flute, I think I just have to go for the Snorlax. Because if I can put enough damage on the Zygarde... yep. No, that's, yeah, there you go. That's how it goes. It do be like that. It definitely do be like that. All right, let's get that guy. Sure, let's put the Cramorant down. Nothing bad could happen with Cramorant in play. Nothing bad could happen with that. All right, well, there's 70. I mean, I guess flipping heads is fine. It doesn't really matter at this point. Because they would have just Gaia Waved, and if they Gaia Wave, that's okay. But if I had Snorlax, I would have done 100 damage. But then Gaia Wave would have taken them out of range, so I guess it doesn't really matter that I prized the Snorlax. And the reason I didn't prioritize the Shaman is because they would have just immediately conceded, right? And for some reason, they didn't just go for the Gaia Wave KO. Do they not know that Zygarde's weak to grass instead of Psychic? Because they could have Gaia Wave taken a prize. Yeah, they would have activated the thing, but that's fine. So here's a dilemma we find ourselves in. Oh, never mind. I was going to say I would have to evolve the active, but I don't actually have to evolve the active here. So we go into you, and then just immediately judge. So what I was going to say is that I would have to evolve the active because nullifying 0 does 150, and then I don't want to. I don't want to just ruin all their hope. I want to give them a chance to win. I want them to have some sort of hope for the future. I want them to think that maybe they have a chance to win this game. I don't want to just go get the Shaman. That'd be so boring. Winning is so boring. I want them to get a 6 KO nullifying 0. But the reason I was thinking is I would have to evolve the active is because Hops Trevenant in the active does survive a nullifying 0 if they flip heads. So that would be the thought process, is if they put down another Binacle, I would have had to evolve the active, hit into them, you know, whatever. They could Gaia Wave it. That's fine if they Gaia Wave. It would survive a nullifying 0, and that's all I care about. But they didn't get down another Binacle. They didn't overload one of their Zygarde and go for the nullifying 0 because they're a coward. Their cowardice is showing. Oh, wait, is this it? Do they have it? Do they have the nullifying 0? I think they have it. Oh my god, this is amazing. Oh, please do it. Please win the game. Please absolutely do it. Oh, that's just a guy. I go out of my way to let you beat me off. I just want somebody to beat me off. Is that too much to ask for? You know what? You don't deserve happiness, GP1. Yeah, you don't deserve happiness. And you can't spell happiness without penis. Don't forget that, GP1. Don't forget what I've taken from you, GP1. I've taken all your hopes and dreams. Yeah, you want to go for my shaman? Go for it. Be a real shaman if somebody played unfair stamp right now, wouldn't it? Be a real shaman. Something happened. Oh, okay. Well, I can bosses. Wait, can I just knock out the other one? Because we're going to do 160. Literally 10 damage short. That's cool. Well, let us bosses the Barbarical. Because why not? Because it's funny. Yeah, we're knocking out this stupid Barbarical. God, even when things are going wrong, I'm trying to let you win, GP1. Come on, bro. Just beat me off. Just beat me off as hard as you can. That's all I'm asking you to do. It's not tough. I'm trying to teach them a lesson here that nullifying 0, you got to go for it. You got to go all in, and they didn't do it. Did they just play Urbane? Oh, God. GP 101. Did you just play Urbane? You mean second. You mean second, Nick, right? You mean second? Kilometers? Hey, I did a poll on Twitter. I did a poll. I said, hey, I'll let you choose what deck I play on stream today. People voted for Hops Trevenant. Here we go. Here we go. They flip tails. Yeah, that would have been they would have almost won the game. And then they didn't. They would have almost won the game, and then they didn't. Then they did not. All right. I mean, I did post it on the Discord as well. All right, let's you know what? Let's catcher up the other one. Let's see if we can this is what, the 4th catcher I failed? I believe that's the 4th catcher that has failed so far. The Discord link is well, no, because I deleted the tweet. Because obviously I'm not gonna keep it up. You know I'm old. I can't keep it up for that long. So yeah, Pokemon Champions is. Oh, they're going for the shaman. Oh, I have to. Okay, it's the rules. It's if you go into the book, it's into rules. And I told you, just vote. All you had to do was Steven vote, and you would have gotten it. It's not my fault you didn't vote. You can't be mad about the results when you don't vote. So it'll probably be Crustal on Thursday. It'll be Dewgong depending how testing goes, but if testing doesn't go great and I still feel like I need to fine tune it, then I'll be ripping the Dewbong on Saturday. It's not a problem. What do you mean a gambling price? It's not a problem. I can quit anytime I want. Wait, so Naveen works if you have one. So Naveen is broken if you have 2, 3, or 4 cards in your hand, but it works perfectly if you have 1. That makes sense. That makes so much sense. That makes all the sense in the world. Wow, I'm getting absolutely destroyed here today by PDCGL. The Cramorant's going to do nothing. I guess I just boss's orders. I guess I just boss's orders this guy and hope they don't have any sort of retreat or anything, because I have an unplayable hand. You'd think you'd be able to play this game. Flam can leave anytime he wants to. He just chooses not to. And there's the Barbarical, so they'll do attach, retreat. Because they haven't played any energy yet. Oh man, yeah, this is a bit of a tough matchup. I did not play it perfectly because I wanted them to win. So of course I get immediately punished. We prized the Snorlax in a game where I absolutely could not prize the Snorlax. The Stone Arms, yep, retreat. But I still have a couple Pokemon Catcher, and Pokemon Catcher just takes a knockout on this guy. So there's many ways that I can win this game. I can very easily win this game, PDCGL. If you just give me a playable hand. Easiest thing in the world. Oh, man. Yup. I'm starting to think my turbo build is cursed. We'll play one. I'm going to force it one more time. We're playing one more. I know we have a negative win-loss ratio, but a lot of those are just PDCGL sucking butts. So, has it been one Lucario, one Dragapult? Has that been the entire stream? Over 2 hours, one Lucario, one Dragapult? And there's a Pokepad. Yep, that's GG. Well, to be fair, if you don't get set up, how are you supposed to win at Pokemon cards? If PDCGL decides to hate you, okay, we're gonna win. I guarantee you, we're going to win this game. I'm gonna cut the bosses completely. We're cutting the bosses. Bosses are gone. We're going quad catcher. We're getting rid of the flute. The flute have been completely useless. We're gonna put 2 Pokegear in here. 2 Pokegear, and it's not even the right Pokegear, but it's fine. It's the left Pokegear. Get it? It's not the right Pokegear. It's the left Pokegear. And we're gonna put a Zacian in here too. We're going all in. Yeah, I'm due, right? I haven't flipped a single heads on Pokemon Catcher yet. And PB, as soon as you said we have 69 viewers, I lost 14 viewers. So I have a feeling you were 14 of my viewers. But, I'm happy. We have a YouTube. I would like another game. Clefairy, Ogerpon, Slowking, Lucario. I would like one more game. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? All right. Well, we're going second. I do have Telepathic. We have Colress. Ooh, they're playing Mega Clefable. I'm going to lose to Mega Clefable, aren't I? In an alternate universe, we were going to lose to Mega Clefable, but we don't live in that universe. The universe we live in, Trust Your Pilot's got nice feet, and he wins every single game. So if I really wanted to be funny, I could, risk it here, but we'll just go for the guarantee. So we go Colress for Postwick for Telepathic. I may end up attacking with the Lily's Clefairy at some point, but this is just funny, right? This is what Magic Clefable deserves. You deserve this, Magic Clefable. This one's for you. This bud's for you. Yeah, all 7 YouTube audience, all 7 of those losses were glitches, and we flipped tails. All right, well, that's fantastic. But the funny thing is how are they supposed to deal with my big hard tree? Oh, they went up directly with the Spritzy? So either they don't have it like that, or they do have it like that. Oh, this is hilarious. I can use the Mystery Garden, because you can discard any energy. It doesn't have to be a basic Psychic. So if I had to, I could use the Mystery Garden. Oh, no, they judged me. But if I just get a Trevenant, I think the game is over. Or a Hops Bag and a Pokegear and a Telepath. Why? Why would you put a Mega Diancie in this deck? No. Why would you put Mega Diancie in this deck? Oh, that's sad. You do not put Mega Diancie into this deck because what's the point? Right? Oh, I could, I think we just go for all of our Phantump. Yeah, we just go all the Phantump. I had to start the Clefairy, so that's, you know, a bit of an oopsie. I mean, I really want to. I really want to just show them how cool I am, but we got a Lilies, so I won't. You know, we'll save this for later. All right, well, Lilies, if I can get a Postwick, that's awesome. Ooh, here we go. Are we going to flip our first heads on a Pokemon catcher? We flipped our first heads. I don't know if I should have done this, but this is funny. I don't know if it was necessarily the right move in this situation, but it is the funny move. And if I flip heads, and we didn't flip heads. But yeah, I don't understand why you'd put Mega Diancie into Mega Clefable, because Mega Diancie is just better, right? Mega Diancie, in effect, has 300 hit points because its ability reduces incoming damage by 30. And they jammed a Monkey Dory in here. 2 Monkey Dory in here. Okay. All right, that's fine. Yeah, you want to do that, go for it. All right, we got Quad Catcher. We're gonna win. Like, just play Diancie Monkey Dory. You don't need the Mega Clefable. Right? You just play Diancie. You know, just get rid of the Clefable. Like, this thing can do 240. This thing does 280 maximum, but you have to get rid of 4 energy. Wait, didn't I flip heads? No, we did not flip heads, because that would have made too much sense. All right, well, let's go Clefairy in the active. And yeah, I'm not quite sure how we win this one. It's going to be slightly interesting. But I can go, I think it has to be Pokegear first to try to thin somebody out, and then Hassle. Because this is, I get to look at the top 8 and get, oh, that was almost horrible. All right, so let's go Postwick, and I guess Catcher. I mean, we can get an energy and do some things. Because if they do target the Clefairy, we're in a bit of a dilly of a pickle here. But I think we just do this. Right, because I have a Lilies for next turn. I have Night Stretcher, not that I need it right now. All right, so that goes there. Let's go Pokepad. I do unfortunately have to attack with the one that has the energy attached, which is less than ideal here. So 190. Do I hit into the Diancie, or do I try to gust up a Monkey? I think what I do is I think I set up the Diancie, and then we take the knockout with Zacian. But no, I can't risk it. I just want to hit the Diancie. If they have Wally's Compassion, I think that's fine. Because they can't attack. Yeah, they have to get rid of 2 energy here, which is really bad for them. I have Night Stretch. Okay, they're going for the Clefairy. That's not cool. But if I top deck an energy, so if I'd gone for an energy instead of the catcher and expected this very obvious, oh wow, we are screwed. We have lost this game because Pilot didn't believe in the fart of the cards. But what I'm going to do is we're going to win. It's going to be fine. Everything's great. Everything is great. Everything is awesome. I could have put the air balloon on a Phantump or something. We didn't do that. No, this is not a good deck, okay? Clefable is a terrible deck. Oh, thank you. We're doing 60. Okay. So I go Night Stretcher for Phantump. The Pokemon catchers are kind of a problem right now. So I could... I mean, I think I just want to keep the dude. Let's just go Lilies and hope for, you know, a Postwick. Okay, that's not a Postwick, but that is a playable card. So let's go Psychic Energy, attach... Oh, you know, I can use Corner. I can use Corner because that's going to do 6... Yeah, so Corner takes the knockout, so I think that's GG. I'm pretty sure that's just GG here. And... Yeah, we definitely unfair stamp because they can suck my butt all day long. And if I can just find a post wick, nope, that's not a post wick. We don't really need anything else here. So I can just get rid of this and this. Go for the Trevenant, because I only have Hop's Pokemon on the board. And, ooh, do I waste the mist? Yeah, it'd be hilarious if I get a post wick off of the Mystery Garden. Okay, I'm trying, PDCGL, I'm trying to set you up for funny situations. You know, it's like comedy shows. They try to set up funny situations that you wouldn't expect in the workplace. I'm trying to set up fun, interactive situations. Oh yeah, we prize the Fez and the Shaman and everything. God, I'm trying to set up. Oh, hey, it'd be hilarious if we got a post wick off the Mystery Garden because I still have 2 post wicks up. They have to play Wonders Patch and also get rid of an energy from their hand, and they have a bunch of energy in the discard pile, and we stamp them into everything. Unless they don't have a Wonders Patch, then they can't win. If they don't have a Wonders Patch, that's GG, because I was able to build up a Trevenant corner. See, I told you, Clefable is a terrible deck. They tried to make it work with Monkey Dory and Diancie. Just don't play Clefable, right? Just play Diancie Dusknoir, Diancie Monkey Dory. Don't mess around with Clefable. It is not a good card. They have to Drayton. If there's a Wonders Patch off of this, they still probably lose. Oh my... Trip, how many Monkey Dory are you playing? Okay, yep, that's fine. So... I unfortunately have to keep attacking with my Trevenant, and I've been a little loosey-goosey with my energy here because I didn't think we'd end up in this situation. Really didn't think we'd end up in this situation where everything went wrong. But, you know, what are the odds we can't find our final 2 energy or final 2 choice band? 0, apparently. All right, so let's, Morty's away the Shaman. And there's the Postwick. There's everything. Yeah, they should have spanked their monkey a lot earlier. I think that was definitely their issue here. And we'll go Night Stretcher for 3rd Trevenant. There we go. I think I go Mist Energy on the active. We go Choice Band on this guy. And I think just 190 on the active. Right? Or do I try to knock out a monkey? No, I don't think we can do that. We can't believe in the heart of the cards that much. I can trust that one of our 3 remaining catchers will hit. I can't trust that 2 of our catchers will hit. Because I completely cut out bosses just to be funny. So I have 4 Pokemon catcher. If I flip heads and knock this guy out, I would have to flip heads again because they would just give me, you know, double Clefable. Are you kidding me? We're gonna lose to a freaking Clefable deck. Oh my god, we're gonna lose to a Clefable deck. This is cruel. This is cruel and unusual punishment. Oh my god, we're gonna lose to a freaking Mega Clefable deck because of the Jacynth. No, I refuse. This was only because of the Diancie. The Diancie is the only reason. The Diancie is the only reason we lost this game. That's why. That's what the problem was. All right, let's get Psyduck out of the deck. We have 2 catchers. We have a judge. We can still win this one. We can still win this one. Well, don't forget, I finished with like a 9-8 record. Like, it's not like I didn't win with Clefable. I ended up winning like a lot of games with it. It's just funnier to say that it's a terrible deck. Okay. So I can Horror Revenge. I mean, we can try. We can try to bring up the other one. Yep, that's a fail. See, I told you, I didn't believe that we could do it that many times. We can do it this many times. Oh man, this game is just so much fun. This game is awesome, isn't it? This game is fantastic. All right, let's get that guy out of there. Well, let's Lilies for a bunch, I guess. And oh, we can do it one more time. Can we do it one more time? This could be it. This could be the game-winning catcher flip. If this is how we win, it's amazing and hilarious. Yeah, they obviously have the counter here. But what if they don't have a bosses? What's the more likely situation? That they have a bosses or that they have just a hard retreat? You know what? I'm gonna do the funny thing. I think we can splashing dodge for 7 turns. I think we can splashing dodge for 7. Oh man. Yeah, I tried to have fun. You try to have fun playing Pokemon cards, and PDCGL just says nah. PDCGL just says no. Nah. You know that's boring. You know. What? I don't think my unfair stamp has done anything this entire stream, by the way. And my catchers have about a 25% success rate. My unfair stamp has always given them what they need. Yeah, you can't play Pokemon catcher, you know? You can't play Pokemon catcher. It is a lie. Well, to be fair, I was playing the dumbest version possible. You know, it took me playing the worst version of Trevenant in the world to lose the game. All right, so let's I don't want to play I don't like Petrol. I don't like your face, Petrol. I know there's Secret Box, but I'd rather play Colress's Thickacity in here. Let's play Colress. We have Switch. Do I have Latinas? We got some Latinas in here. Well, remember when I played Jacinth and I thought I didn't play Jacinth because we didn't see it for 3 or 4 straight games? And then it turned out I just prized it every single game? You know, but that's the thing. It's always a meme. People always think I'm serious when I say, like, oh, this is the worst deck. Like, I memed on Venusaur. Clefable is the new meme where I just say, like, oh, this is the worst deck ever built. It's not actually. Like, again, look at my win-loss rate at the end of the stream. It was in the positives. I won on like a 6-game win streak towards the end there. It's just funny to, you know, trigger people by saying a card is bad, and then it's like, it's not that bad. All right, well, we got the petrol, but we don't actually need it. Ooh, it's Mega Frostlass. Okay. It's time to redeem myself. Call me a ticket because it's time to redeem myself. Get it? Because there's a card called Redeemable Ticket. Do you get it? Oh, yeah, we're like 6 and 8 now. And nobody in the comments better say, oh, where's the Clefable game? Nobody in the comments of this video tomorrow better say, oh, but you should sub to the VODs channel because there was a game against Clefable. What's with the Magic Clefable erasure? Well, no, like you're supposed to get people to sub to the VODs channel. You're supposed to bait them into subbing to the VODs channel. So, I mean, I can petrol for Secret Box. If I petrol for Secret Box, that does knock out the Snow Runt. But I don't know if I want to do that. Press 1 for petrol, press 2 for lilies. But like, if I petrol for Secret Box, and the Secret Box isn't in the deck, then I lose, right? So it's like, it would have to be I'd have to take such a huge chancey. Oh, wait, are they going for a turn 1 Meowth? What are they doing? And yeah, hey, quiet kilometers. Quiet you. Their deck was optimal, mine was suboptimal, okay? They're going for a Badoo. Ooh, this is Zacian o'clock here. All right, well, if they don't retreat, and they retreated. Again, everyone always gets the stupid combo. Everyone always gets the combo. Don't retreat. Don't retreat. Ah, how does everyone always get it? I just want to one time knock out a Snow Run and a Badoo in the same turn. Is that too much to ask for? All I need is watch. I don't need anything. Technically, I should probably put the Snorlax down, but I don't. And we prize the Zacian. So even if they had kept the Snow Run in the active, we prize the Zacian, so that's fine. I think this is a game where I don't put any ability dudes into play, and we just believe in the heart of the cards. Because literally all I need is one of 8 cards to take this knockout. So fine, fine. No, heart of the cards, heart of the cards. We're gonna get one of our 8. How did we not get one of our 8? Okay, well then Snorlax is coming down. we have 4 choice band. We also have 4 Postwick. We got none of them. I could have petroled and guaranteed it, but of course that's not going to happen. So I think in this situation, I just Pokepad for Trevenant. And yeah, let's Splashing Dodge, because the Starmie is a bit of a problem. And by bit of a problem, I mean a lot of a bit of a problem. But if I can just flip heads on Splashing Dodge, we will be totally okay. I really should have had a coin flip counter today. I'm sorry I didn't have a coin flip counter. I really didn't think we were going to flip this many tails. It really feels like we flipped 70 to 80% tails between Splashing Dodge and Catcher. So I regret to inform you I did not keep one in the background. I would really enjoy a coin reflip card. That would be great, but we're never going to get one. So in this situation, I don't have anything. Remember, I have 4 choice band and 4 Postwick. I unfortunately can't bosses. I didn't want to risk putting the Wooloo down because yes, that would allow me to gust somebody. But I think I can still kind of win. Right? Especially if they target the Snorlax here. If they target the Snorlax with their Staryu, oh dear God. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, we're in trouble now. Okay, target the Snorlax. Good. They targeted the Snorlax, so this is good because they can't knock out a Trevenant. That's really cool. So if they targeted the Trevenant, then I would have had a tough decision to make. The Snorlax is fine. You want to knock out the Snorlax, go for it. Your Meowth is going to get knocked out before you know it. And, oh, wait. Hang on. Hang on. We got the choice band. That's really good. This is an interesting situation. Because we're going to take some damage. But if they don't knock out a Hops Pokemon. This is weird. I am in such a weird spot right now. I think what I do is Trevenant, and then I can do 190. Oh, this is so weird because if I put the Shaman down, the Shaman gets knocked out. If I leave the Snorlax, that's not going to get knocked out. If I go for the Meowth, that does allow me to do some things. I'm just going to hassle and see what happens. Okay, there's a double. There's that, and telepathic. So in this situation, I believe we go telepathic on you, get nothing, because there's nothing to get that would make any sort of sense. Trevenant this guy, choice band this one, put the Postwick down, and then I think I put Shaman into play. We're doing 220. I will have boss's orders for next turn. But I won't be able to take a knockout. This is so awkward. This is actually a situation where Trevenant not getting knocked out by Starmie is a bad thing. I could have put the Shaman down, but that would have been chewed up by Frostlass and may have cost me the game. But not putting the Shaman down also might cost me the game. So in retrospect, maybe, depending how this game goes, maybe I should have bossed the Frostlass, put the Shaman down, knocked out the Frostlass. That was probably the smarter move, especially when they haven't played a draw supporter and it seems like their hand is pretty bad. And there's Carmine. Okay, so I don't regret that decision because they had the Carmine. You know, I still might lose the game because of it, but I don't necessarily regret it. And if I bosses the Staryu, do I boss the Staryu here? Because if I boss the Staryu, that prevents them from getting another dude. They will be able to get a Mega Frostlass, or I go for this Frostlass and protect the bench. That's a Lily's. All right, I am in a very awkward position right now. We're doing 100. Wait, I'm doing 120? I just take the knockout just like that for free? I just take the knockout for free? Okay. Yeah, I'll take a free knockout of a 3-prizer. I'm totally okay with that. And then we go telepathic on you. That's great. And then they're gonna... Yeah, we're not gonna do that. And then we just go horrifying revenge. Okay, I take it back. This deck is cracked. Nobody go and watch the VOD of this where something may have happened against Mega Clefable that we will not talk about. And yeah, the Zacian would have won me this game a lot earlier because I could have maybe put myself in a situation where I bait out the Frostlass and then just do huge damage with this guy. But I never was able to live the dream. The dream with a Hops deck is that they have somebody weak in the active with 120 HP or less, like a Monkey Dory, and then they have a Badoo on the bench, and then you insta-strike their Monkey Dory and their Badoo. I've had about 3 different situations where it could have worked, and it just never happened. All right, there's an unfair stamp, but do they realize that their Meowth is almost completely done? All right. This is concerning. And that's very concerning. Okay. Obviously, we go up with this guy, because this guy will get knocked out, which is a good thing. And I can't remember... Yeah, Iron Bundle. You know, Repel. So Repel is Iron Bundle in this day and age. You just play Repel. But the ironic thing with Repel is that you can't play it when you're under item lock. So it's kind of... It's the perfect counter for Badoo, but it only works when you're not under item lock, so it's just not good. Well, there's a Psyduck. So the question here is, do I be stupid? Do I be smart? Do I Ultra Ball for a Fez that I don't even know if it's in the deck? All right, well, we have to go for the Wooloo. And, yeah, so we have about 17 outs in the deck. 17 ways to win the game. And we're somehow not going to win the game. Oh, they just got it like that? They just have the bosses, and then I'm going to lose? Because they can't win this turn, but they can win next turn, because I don't have Fezandipity. But I guess they could have also won if I put Fezandipity down. It would have just been bosses the Fez, snipe the Trevenant, win the game, save the cheerleader, save the world. But if they can't do anything this turn, then we still lose. PB, I should have not searched for that, because if I wouldn't have searched for that, we could have won. But I did search. And ironically, if they don't have a bosses, I think that's game. They would have to have a bosses on this turn, or else they don't win. If they don't have a bosses, their Meowth dies to their own Frostlass. So this is a hilarious situation where if they don't have a bosses this turn, they lose the game because they would have to go bosses. I guess. Wait, could they even? No, they have to hit. They have to hit either the Phantump or the Wooloo, because then they can still do it. Yeah, they have to hit either the Phantump or the Wooloo. Oh, they hit the. So I knew they were gonna do that. I knew I set them up for that, but they just cost themselves the game because they had to hit the Phantump or the Wooloo because these don't have any damage on them. So they could have set themselves up for game, but now they have lost. And obviously, if I hadn't gotten rid of my stupid choice band, we would have won the game because I'm 30 damage short. But there's millions of cards. I mean, as much as I would have liked to win a different way, you know, sometimes... Oh, we also wouldn't have won because it would have been 130 and we were... You build your deck. You build your deck a certain way. Hey, I need to put Pheasantipity in this deck so I can draw extra cards when I need them. Oh, okay. There it's in the prizes. Yep, the BTCGL, such a, this game. Heart of the cards, heart of the cards. Oh, man. Every time, every time I try to play this game correctly, BTCGL is just like, no. BTCGL just says, nah. I refuse. I refuse to abide by your rules. All right. Well, that's win number 7. We're at like 1498. So yeah, Hops Trevenant is great when all you face is Lucario and Dragapult. We faced one Lucario, one Dragapult all stream. Alrighty. And you know, the Clefable game, I'm putting my my stake in the ground here and saying the only reason I lost to Clefable is because I was playing a wacky version. All right. Well, we do technically have we can go Petrol for Hop's bag, and then I have Switch, Phantom, and it's Mega Zygarde again, probably. So I did make the right call starting the Shaman. If they just immediately concede, then we know it's Zygarde. Ooh, never mind. I go for Secret Box, right? Secret Box Donk. Do I have a? Did someone say Secret Box Donk? We did prize 2 Postwick, which is kind of sad. But let's go Psyduck. Yeah, we don't need no stinking Fez. We got everything we need right here. Let's go Lily's, Hop's bag, Postwick, Choice Band. We have the Switch. I'm pretty sure that's a Donk, unless we prized both Snorlax. Oh no, I can just go for the Zacian. That's boring. What a boring turn. Just winning the game like that. Just winning without even trying. So Secret Box kind of goated. Secret Box kind of busted. More like bust your pilot, am I right? So we should be at like 1506. You know, I do kind of want to play a Donk deck because the format seems ripe for a Donkening, right? You can still play a Donk deck. It's just not very good. It's like Carmine and Team Rocket's Venture Bomb, Volcanion. There's Meloetta that can attack turn 1 and do 30 damage. So there is potential for a Donk deck in the current format. You just, like, if they just start a Badoo, you win no matter what. But let me, what are some ideas for a Donk deck? I'll write down some ideas and just see if we can get it to work. Donk deck. So it's Venture Bomb, Volcanion. I guess you put Dangerous Laser. I mean, Secret Box might be better, right? Ooh, this is a terrible start. This is the worst start I could have asked for. So Venture Bomb, Danger Ass Laser. Okay. We definitely hold on to the Postwick. This is actually fine. You know, it's a little concerning, especially if they have Mewtwo, and the fact that I have to just go Latias right away. But everyone has free retreat. You know, there's no room for Hops Wooloo. If they put a factory down, that's why I held back the Postwick. We have Mist Energy, which does nothing in this matchup. Yeah, nothing in this matchup. They got Double Grass. As long as they don't have an Ultra Ball, we'll be fine. I wouldn't use Takedown. The 30 damage is not worth it, bro. Don't fall for the trap. It's not worth it. Oh, it's not worth the 30. Oh, no. All right, well, in this situation, I definitely just put the Postwick down because I think the game is over. And then we'll go for... Yeah, let's go Zacian Wooloo. And we're going to put a Mist Energy onto you because I already have the knockout. Then we'll Lilies. So I think they have lost the game. You know, I'm not sure. You know, call me a microphone. Well, actually, don't call me a microphone because I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we get. Why didn't you vote for it on Twitter? You only have yourself to blame for not voting for it on Twitter. You had the power to make Crustal or Dewdawn work, but everyone voted for Hops Trevenant. And I do not believe in double Snorlax. I know prizing it is bad, but starting it is worse. All right, so the Daunt cards are Meloetta, Venture Bomb, Dangerous Laser, Volcanion, and then obviously you'd play, you know, Latias and a couple other. You play Latias, you play For Carmine. Is there any other Daunt cards that I'm missing? And Nick, thank you. But like you can knock out their lone basic, but it has to be like a Tarantula or a Badoo or something. How do we buff the damage? You buff it with Volcanion and Venture Bomb and Volcanion and Dangerous Laser and some other things. But yeah, there's not very good options. Did they just lose the game? So let's go Postwick. No, we're not doing Cinderace Donk, okay? Get out of here with that garbage. All right, so let's, we'll do that. I will Lilies. And I could retreat, but I don't want to. What I want to do is I want to get some dubs going. I want to get some dubs. I want to dubs it up here. Let's get some dubs. All right, so we have set up this guy. I'll go Insta Strike. We'll hit, I guess, just a Tarantula. Because now this forces them to evolve it. Salvatore? No, it's turn one. It's a turn one Donk deck, so you go first. So that's all you do is use turn one Donk, and then you go first. So it's you play 4 Venture Bomb. You can't play Monkey Dory because you have to attack with Meloetta. And Meloetta does 30, Monkey Dory would do 20, so that's not as good. No, a Donk deck is you win the game before they even have a chance to play. The only way you can win before they have a chance to play. No, that's not how that's not a Donk deck. That is not what a Donk deck is. A Donk deck is you win turn one going first. Yeah, turn zero. Yeah, turn zero, I guess, would be the appropriate way of saying that. Turn zero win. Oh no, please don't knock out my Zacian with your. Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. All right. Yeah, I guess just Hilda out the Trevenant Mist Energy. No, that's not. You don't know what a Donk deck is. You very clearly, you are misinformed. And you know what? Just because I know this is incorrect. I know this is completely incorrect, but when have you ever seen a Latias EX knock out a Mewtwo? When have you ever seen a Latias EX knock out a Team Rocket's Mewtwo? You have never seen it before. Yeah, I'll leak their Twitter DMs. I'll leak their Twitter DMs to Sunny. You know, that'll get them to concede in shame. Every time I put Postwick into play, they counter. You know, I got one more somewhere. Oh wow, they got it. I was wondering if they were going to be able to get it like that. But I do kind of just win the game next turn, so that's fine. I do just kind of win the game. Unless they get a Spidops to evolve this guy, the game is over. Oh, they did. Good. Okay, so I still think oh no. They're knocking out Latias. How much damage is this guy doing? This guy's doing 30, 60, 90. So that's not a knockout. So I have to attack with the Zacian. Oh, I don't even have it with the Zacian either, but I can Petrol. So I can Petrol for the choice band because I don't know if I have the 4th Postwick. I should have been paying attention, but obviously I was not. All right, so let's Petrol. If I can get Citra Box, do I do that? I guess I Citra Box and just get rid of everything. You know, because theoretically don't need energy to win this game. Oh, and I played Petrol. And yeah, and I played Petrol. That's awesome. And I played the Petrol. So let's go for Hop's Bag and then Lily's. Because I should have a double. I do not have a double, so we have to get the bosses. Never mind. I take that back. We have to get the bosses, even though I've probably made an oopsie here somewhere. Yeah, I can use the factory. Get absolutely bodied, bro. Now we got the post wick. So that's 90, so I have to put the choice band. So I didn't have it unless I had everything. And we'll go for the Wooloo, because the Wooloo is a winning card. And if I go 120, so do I put it on the Mimikyu? Because I can put myself in a situation where I knock out like the Sneasel, and the Mimikyu. But I'm also, you know, almost guaranteed to win because I don't have any other 2-prizers on the field and they have to knock out a Hop's Pokemon. So yeah, Never Gonna Let You Down, you're probably not here because it's past your bedtime, but you were right. Hopzation is good in several situations. Even though I couldn't do the combo, even though the combo was eluded me the entire stream. And yeah, you know, I obviously putting the Latias in harm's way was the worst possible decision. But come on, when have you ever seen a Latias knock out a Team Rocket's Mewtwo? It's never been done before. It was a world first, a world exclusive. The Samurott. You want me to play with the Sam? No, I do not have any ideas with the Samurott. No, I'm trying. Yeah, thank you, Necro. Thank you. It was funny. You know, I'm trying not to think too far ahead. You know, I'm trying to think like 1 to 3 decks ahead of time. So I'm not trying to think like 20 decks ahead. So, you know, just kind of let them fall as they may. Try not to overload my brain. All right, there's an Archer. Of course they got the Archer, but that doesn't really matter. It's the next turn that matters, right? Because I have a guaranteed attack with the Trevenant. So the Archer now doesn't matter. It's an Archer next turn. If they put me into an unplayable hand next turn, that's the issue. And then we got Colress. So we're out of stadiums, and I think we're out of energy too, or we're very close to it. So this is absolutely a Lily's turn. And oh, this is a bit of a tough call because no, not really, right? I think I just Lily's. I kind of want to burn the switch just to get it out of the deck because using like the switch just seems unnecessary. Like, what are they gonna do? They could hit the bench with the Sneasel, but they would have to bring up the Snorlax, and the Snorlax is the one that's damaged. So I guess we just put up the Snorlax, switch into the Trevenant, take the knockout, and then I win if I get double off the prizes. And we do not, under any circumstances, put that Clefairy into play. All right, this is cool. We have everything we need in our hand. I can also potentially win with double night. I can win with double Night Stretcher. PB, I've tried to make Hop's Pinsir work, but it's actually just a worse Trevenant. And we got the double. All right. So it's going to come down to an Archer. But Hop's Pinsir does 120. And I think that's actually worse than Trevenant. Like, I know it has an ability and a couple. No, it's just bad. It's terrible. Okay, so there's a chance that we lose this game, but I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that we can lose this game because I can go. Right? Right? It's impossible for me to lose this game. I really should have been keeping track of my energy. I think there's 8 in the deck. So we're guaranteed to have an energy left, right? They had to Archer me, they didn't. So I just evolve into double. I promote we win no matter what, right? Because there's 8 energy in the deck. It was 4 and 4. I didn't change the energy, right? I didn't make an oopsie and change the energy. Yeah, like I didn't mess up, right? We have the energy. It'll be funnier if I go for the Zacian here. So that's what we'll do. No, but we have 8 energy, right? So if I go Colress, we win. Because I set up the Mimikyu, because I'm a fart smella. Oh, if I'm wrong here, this is real bad. All right, Latias, and then okay, so Petrol Petrol gets me Choice Band, and I know we have a Choice Band. I know this deck plays 4 Choice Band, so we go Petrol, and I have not lost, right? We had Choice Band. Did we have energy? Yeah, we have both. So we had everything. So everything was available to us. And just because I can be that guy, we're gonna take the knockout with Zacian. And actually, you know what? Let's be really cool. Let's be really cool and show them how cool the dub wool is. Let's take the dub. Let's take the dub, pull the wool over their eyes. All right, so one more game. We'll play the Alakazam list that's terrible. And it'll be the potential game that gets us to, and I prized the Fezandipity was the last prize in the last game too. The Fez was, remember, the Fez was the last prize in the previous game. It was the last prize in the previous game in this game too. Back-to-back games where Fez was the last prize. Oh, PDCGL, you're a fickle spitting mistress. You're a fickle. Oh no, we gotta cancel. We gotta cancel. Yeah, you were right. All right, so this was my wacky idea that I know is bad. But I was just like, hey, what if we play it with Alakazam? What if we play it with Alakazam, try a couple fun things, and yeah, it was a bad idea. All right, we're facing off against the Dragonborn. Are you a fellow Dashboard Confessional fan, Necro? We were vindicated. Were you selfish? Were you wrong? But I'm right. I know I'm right. I swear I knew it all along. But press 1 if you're going to be playing Pokemon Champions tomorrow. I'll probably download it just to, you know, oh, this is a hand. This is absolutely a hand. And I can not do anything unless I get some... Of course it's Garchomp. Of course it's Garchomp. Yeah, so I'll probably download it just because it's only on Switch, right? It's coming to mobile later. It's only on Switch right now. All right, well, we do have a turn 1 KO of the Roselia. Oh, I can actually just knock out the Studio Ghibli. If they do nothing, I'm going to say, if they do nothing, I'll just go for the Ghibli. Oh, wow, we're just absolutely going for the Ghibli. They do not... Oh, my God. How are you doing this? This is why you can't play a Donk deck. All right, well, I think we definitely saved the... You're taunting me, PDCGL. You're taunting me. All right, fine, fine. I know what you're trying to get me to do, and I will fall for your trickery. I will fall for your trickery. I will allow you... I probably should have attached that to the Abra. That was my bad. All right, well, we'll be fine. And Postwick, Choice Band, take the KO, and fun fact, we can do it again next turn. And it's Pokemon Showdown. It's more... Oh my God. So if they just go Premium Power Pro, Gabite Energy, our Phantump gets knocked out. No, it's Showdown. That's all it is. It took them 20 years to realize that Pokemon Showdown is kind of popular and they could make money doing that. But I'm curious to see how it works, because they said you get 2 Pokemon every day. So how are you supposed to build a team of 6 if you don't connect with home? Okay, that was not expecting that. Yeah, the rare candy's kind of goated. The rare candy combo's kind of goated. So, yeah, I think we just lost to Garchomp and we're not getting to 10 wins. Unless more, a draw of 3 is really good. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but I wouldn't call it good. All right, so we go Choice Band. I have to Ultra Ball away the Zerosic and that. Hopefully they don't have a Gust card when I put my Pheasant. And Nick, I just wanted to do something crazy. Right, I just wanted to do something really funny. And this is what I came up with. And I regret it. I regret it mightily. But if they don't have a fighting energy, then all they need is 2 Rose Raid. God. Okay, well, if they don't have an energy, or if they don't have 2 Rose Raid, or if they don't have a Spiritomb, there's 7 different ways we can win this game, and they got it. Great, but they do have to Draconic Bust, because they didn't go for the second Rose Raid. They needed 3 Rose Raid to take the knockout with Corkscrew Dive, so they have to use Draconic Buster to take the knockout. Well, everything is going. Oh, and they're going for the Spiritomb. Okay, that's smart. Remember, Spiritomb doesn't hit for weakness. And they got Watchtower. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm going to promote the Kadabra. We're going to Lilies, and we're going to knock out the Spiritomb with Alakazam. And it's going to go terribly. It's going to be the worst thing you've ever seen. Well, that's a hassle and a half. All right. If I put Fez in the deck, yes, we did prize it. Hey, there's a Postwick. All right, so let's go guaranteed knockout. I get 3 cards. I can play 2. So if I get 3 off the hassle, I can play 2. So that's slightly better. Yes, and then, of course, I attached an energy, and I shouldn't have done that. That was my bad. All right, let's go for Kadabra. That's more card draw. Fantabulous. I do think I need to go for a fan. No, I don't really need a Phantump because we're not tumping it up right now. All right, well, let's go for a Phantump. Maybe we can buy ourselves a Timmy turn or 2. Wait, can I? No, I can't take the knockout of anything good. I think it's just powerful hand. So the reason, you're probably wondering, what's the reason you have Alakazam in the deck? I have it for the other Alakazam. Because you notice how all those matchups I played today, where I wasn't taking one-shots, I was facing decks that I couldn't one-shot? If only there was a way to move all those damage counters around. If only I had a way to move all the damage counters around that I put into play that come up short of knockouts. If only. So that was my idea with Alakazam. It was like, it's card draw. It is a backup attacker. It can move damage counters around, but obviously, and it also activates telepathic. They have a Neo Upper, and there's a bosses. Wait, why are they going for the... I mean, that does make sense, but why would you do that? Wait, don't I just... Wait, I knock out the Garchomp. Do they know what just happened? Do they realize that I just knocked out their Garchomp? Okay, so I need, what, 7 cards in hand? I need 7 cards in hand. That's a Kadabra. That's not 7 cards in hand. All right, so we have to go Lana's Aid. 1, 2, 3... And, oh, I guess I should have grabbed a Trevenant, but whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's, let's go get it. Because 1, 2, 3. So I can't play any more cards. We can go get Phantump Abra. Really should have grabbed a Trevenant. Oh, because they have the thing. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot they had Rocky Fighting. Oh, well. No, because it's too hard to get set up. I'm going to try with, like, Yuxi and stuff. So, like, you play it with Yuxi and, maybe Frostlass in there as well. Yeah, the Rocky Fighting is a problem, but there wasn't much I could do about it. I guess I could have Prime Catchered and knocked out the Gabite, because I guess they're not playing Power Weight? Is their luck just that bad? Are they just struggling that much that they just can't find Power Weight right now? And yeah, we got judged into nothing. We got a handful of nothing. I mean, I probably made that at some point, right? I probably made it. All right, so they're playing a Rocky. It's like they came prepared for this deck, right? They're playing exactly the type of deck they need to be playing right now to counter my deck. Yeah, there's nothing else I can do. And there's a Shaman. That's a real Shaman. All right, let's, what if I splashing dodge for 17 turns and they never find a bosses? Okay, that's one. We only have to do this about 17 more times, and then we win the game, and they just can't have bosses. So yeah, oh my god. Okay, we can still do it. We can still do it 17 more times. All right, we still got this. As long as they don't have a third bosses, we'll be fine. Because Neo Upper is their ace spec. We absolutely got this. I am guaranteeing a victory. Because we're gonna splashing dodge 1,700 times, and we're gonna flip heads every single time. All right. So yeah, we finished 9-9. You know, couple games here and there. We prized. Let's just see if the Fez is in the deck. Right? Press 1 if you think the Fez is in the deck. Press 2 if you think PDCGL hates me. We prized it for the third game in a row. For the third game in a row, we prized the Fez. I also had Fez as my final prize in the last 3 games. So it was my final prize in the last 3 games, or like in the bottom 3, but we'll fudge the numbers a little bit. So yeah, Hops Trevenant still great, but you know, I didn't face any. I faced 1 Lucario and 1 Dragapult, and the Dragapult game was not a competitive game. All right, well, we'll raid Azul. So no stream tomorrow. I'll be back on Thursday with either Crustle or Dewgong, or you know, if testing on something else goes really well, we'll play that. So enjoy Azul and enjoy Champions tomorrow. Who are we? Fall Out Boy listeners? Because we're champions. Get it? We're champions. Because there's a song by Fall Out Boy called Champions.